Happy New Year, pop stars!
I was doing fireworks.
And why are we doing fireworks, Benji?
Because it's the new year and it's a new same old us, but better.
Yep.
And we're here to do another rundown of all of our movies that we saw last year ranked.
So this is become one of my favorite episodes to do. For those of you who didn't catch our podcast episode, because we didn't post it on the main channel last year, but this year we're just posting it because you know what? Screw it.
Yeah.
I want people to hear our thoughts all however many hours we talk. Essentially what we did is every single film that we watched, we ranked. What I'm doing for me personally, I'm judging these and I'm ranking these on three factors. For one, the actual unbiased quality of the film, okay? For two, my personal love of the film, that is biased. And three, and this is kind of the janky one, the one where it's like, well, why is that film lower or that film higher? It's my desire to rewatch, okay? These three things I did kind of,
Okay.
you know, sometimes a movie's quality is just so good that even if I never want to rewatch it,
yeah.
it's gonna go higher up.
It depends on how the three come together.
Yes.
For like an overall feeling of the movie, where it goes on the list. That's
Yes.
how I did. But my three qualities were very similar, as in, obviously, personally, how I felt about it. Did I enjoy it? Did I have a good time?
Right.
Two, rewatchability. How much do I want to rewatch it, or how often do I see myself rewatching it?
Yes.
And three for me is recommendability. Overall quality doesn't matter to me as long as I enjoyed it.
Okay.
So for me, there's certain ones that I'm like, I wouldn't say that I had the best time. Like, it's not like, oh my God, that was the best movie ever. But it was a fucking experience.
Okay.
And I might not rewatch it, but if somebody asked me, I would say, hell yeah, watch that at least once.
There are going to be some films where just because they're higher up doesn't mean I think they are the best film of the year, nor do I want people to feel kind of slighted if their film's not higher up. There are some films here I do not like, and I will let you know once we pass that threshold, but that threshold comes pretty early-ish on. Like, I saw 83 movies, Benji.
That's wild. I will say, for me, out of my movies that I have on here, I don't have any that I hate. All of them are like meh or better.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of films in this list with problematic people kind of sprinkled in here and there. Some of them feature them, and we'll talk about those in the moment. So we will discuss some of these films. Doesn't mean we endorse them. That's kind of our job, is to be like, look, this is what the film was. These are the things around it. We validate what people may or may not want to see, and then eventually weed through all that shit to get to our favorites of the fucking year. All right, so this is gonna be a long one. Grab some snacks, get cozy, get cozy.
Get very cozy.
And let's get into it. Sit down with us and let's talk about every 2025 film we watched in 2025.
Last year.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, engage. All right, so because I have so many more movies than Benji does, until we get around the same area, I'll be doing
2 to 1.
2 to his 1. Do you have any honorable mentions?
My honorable mentions are just the ones that we didn't get to see.
Yeah, I wanted to say my girlfriend and I got to see it with her, so we didn't get a chance to see Hamnet. I'm going to be watching that later this week. We didn't get a chance to see Him.
We did not, but we got, and same for, because they came out in the same week, Him and Good Boy.
Right.
We both wanted to see.
But we are going to watch them.
I'm just going to mention what we didn't see. Now you don't. Then now you see me. Now you don't.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't really necessarily want to see it, so we didn't. The Old Guard 2, I enjoyed the first one, just mainly because of the queer couple in it. I really liked them, so I did want to watch it. I just didn't really watch it. So I took Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair out.
All right.
Because personally, I think it doesn't count because it's Kill Bill, and obviously it's awesome, and so I pulled it out. It's great. It's Kill Bill. Some things changed, so I know.
It's in my list.
I know. It changed. It was released as its own thing.
Yes.
And so you count it. I personally don't, so I pulled it out.
It had its own box office, so I count it.
Yeah. And then I pulled out Tron Ares and One Battle After Another. Because
why was that, Benji?
One Battle After Another we watched like right when we got back into the country. So I was fully jet lagged. We went to a 9 o'clock show.
We went to a 7 o'clock 70 millimeter IMAX screening of it, and it was going to be so awesome.
I was already fading in the first 20 minutes, but I was like, I can make it. I can knock this movie out.
Yeah.
I will have seen it. And then
there was a power shortage, so the theater cut out.
Right. The audio cut out for like a solid 5 minutes. And then so we were like, okay, maybe they can put it back and start over. And they were like, well, we can't. We can just start playing it from here.
So my girlfriend and our friend, we all went to go see it at another theater.
At 10:30, and I was like, girl, I was barely awake just now. I'm going to sleep. So I didn't watch it, but I saw the first
that's
15 to 20 minutes.
That's understandable, but my favorite is why Tron Ares?
Because I slept through that. I slept through that fucking movie so
you know
hard.
What?
I was tired. I felt bad as I was trying to stay awake and watch, and then towards the end, I kind of woke up and I was like, is it over? Did I miss all of it? So I was like, whatever, I'll sleep. And then you were like, honestly, don't waste your time watching it again. So I was like, okay, cool. So those are off of my list.
I have one more mention for the both of us. We didn't see Avatar 3.
Oh, yeah, I'm not even mentioning that one.
My last honorable mention, it's not even a movie, but I just wanted a quick blurb to shout it out, and I think it's kind of important in terms of how I feel about experiences as a whole. But it was the Paranormal Activity stage show that we saw.
Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah.
And the reason I wanted to bring it up is because I was thinking about it for films later on that I'm going to discuss, where I don't think it was that good in terms of story and content. But damn if it wasn't a fun ass experience.
That was a great experience to watch live scares and what they were able to kind of do on stage live to be in an audience that was there to be scared. So when you would get scared, people would go, ah!
Oh my God.
The wave of reactions, and then people would laugh and start clapping.
So
it's
fun.
Wow, you got us in real life. That's really cool. It was a lot of talking.
Oh, so much fucking talking. And my biggest issue with it was that the scares, the way they were structured, it was more like if you were watching Smile or Smile 2. Now, Benji and I have only watched the first Paranormal Activity. It hasn't even been released yet. Sorry, we got so sidetracked. We're going to release it this month. But I know enough about those to know that what I was watching in the stage show was like, I don't know, this feels more like the Smile universe.
It felt Smile inspired by Paranormal because there was certain things that were from the movies, kind of.
It didn't do the door stuff. It barely did rattling doors moving
the doors moving by themselves. Yeah.
No.
They did the shadow, and that was in the movie. It's worth a watch.
It's absolutely worth a watch if it ever comes back. All right, Benji, are we ready?
Yeah, let's go.
So starting, this one was a hard one.
The bottom of your list was solid for a while.
The bottom of my list was solid. I don't technically think this is the worst film of the year. And you're kind of right. Not a lot of films this year pissed me off the way I think some years there's a clear front runner of this was my least favorite fucking film of the year. No, none of them really pissed me off to that degree. They're not Jurassic World Dominion. But this last film, there was just something about it that really irked me the wrong way, and not even morally. It's just, it felt so bankrupt in terms of quality and stuff and giving us something new. And it is technically an original film. So my 83rd worst film of the year, the film I don't want to rewatch, and the only one that actually elicits true anger in me is A24's fucking Death of a Unicorn. I don't like that film.
He's been ranting about it all year. That is not a surprise to me.
It's just, it's original in quotation marks. It is a riff of every stupid ass film you've ever seen that involves a creature. It's so cloying. It's trying so hard to be unique and funny. And it just, I did not find myself having any fun with it. And they took Paul Rudd and made him an unlikable character. And not in a way that I felt was oh wow, I'm watching I'm not one of those people that needs likable characters to like my movies, but I hated Paul Rudd. And I did not enjoy him whatsoever. And ultimately I just felt like it was a film that represented my issue with kind of Twitter and Threads and TikTok, where everyone's oh, everyone always says they want original films, but then they don't go and see them in theaters. I'm no, this one doesn't fucking count. This was a rehash of everything. It had a cool trailer. It tried super hard to be something, and it was not good. And it's to me, it is emblematic of A24's originalness, in which I'm it's not original. It just feels like a mashup of everything I've seen because you know that this will technically sell. It's bright, it's glossy, it's horror adjacent. It's still like PG-13ish.
Dark comedy.
It's dark comedy. It's violent. It's got a bunch of people and Eat the Rich, and it's just like it's not good. It's like if the Menu and Jurassic Park's aborted baby had a child of its own, and it's just not good.
Wow.
And even then, it's not even the worst movie ever, and I'm kind of like forcing myself to rant about it because ultimately it's just a nothing burger.
Yeah.
It's at the end.
I will just say I disagree. Go ahead.
Interesting. That better not be your number one of the year.
I reserve the right to pick whatever number one I want.
You know what? It wouldn't piss me off the way Red One pissed me off.
Yeah, well, that wasn't my number one.
I'll just say that. And then number 82 was Snow White.
Mm.
It's just not that good. Just not good. Shouldn't have been made. Bland.
It's not that good. It's just not good.
Really how I feel about that. And you know what? Got a Zionist as the lead. And
right. And
they are not even a good actor. So it's like, if I'm going to morally bankrupt myself, at least be for some good acting. And it was not there. So don't support it. Not good. I do like Rachel Zegler, though.
Yeah. Rachel Zegler's fantastic. And I need her to be in a movie franchise that does not get like destroyed and raked across the coals.
Yep.
She's so talented. And I just
She's
need her to do
exceptional.
something in the public forum of TV and movies where she can get recognized and not be overclouded by drama.
All right, Benji.
My bottom was just my most, like, I don't think I would necessarily see this again. I don't think I would necessarily tell somebody, oh my gosh, you got to watch this at least once.
Right.
I feel bad.
Uh-oh.
Because we had a friend that worked on it.
Oh, no.
I
Oh, this is
know.
your bottom one. Whoa.
It's just not, I don't think I would really rewatch it.
Tell me.
Abraham's Boys.
All right.
Yeah.
and the crowd collectively went, huh?
Which one?
Huh?
It had something to say. You know, there was some potential vampire lore in there. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. You know, if that's up your alley, you should see it. See, it's not a no recommendation.
Yeah, your list is a lot more chill, though, like you said.
Yeah, I don't hate anything on my list. It's just certain things that I'm like, I don't picture myself necessarily choosing to watch that again.
Or telling anyone.
Yeah.
Outside of recommending our friends work on that.
Did a great job. Like, it looks great.
Yeah.
But outside of that, it's not necessarily my kind of movie necessarily. Also, frontier type stuff. Anything with a lot of dust and dirt.
You hate
that if
shit.
I look at and I feel hot, it is going to take it down a million pegs for me. Like Dune, no thank you. The first one, I was like, kill me.
All right, number 81 and 80. I'm going to go with 81. I wish I would have liked this movie. I wanted to like this movie. This was probably one of my first disappointments on this list. I say that though, but after the first trailer, ironically enough, I felt the same way about that, the way you feel about desert movies.
Yeah.
And it was Wolfman. And when I saw that trailer, at first I was like, okay, Lee Winnell, I love him. He directed The Invisible Man, which we loved. That was like one of our favorites of the year it came out.
Movie, yeah.
And I liked all the actors involved. You know, it just was one of those films where when I saw the trailer and it was set kind of out in the murky freaking woods, and it just was like, and it didn't look like it had anything unique about it. It wasn't like one of those where it's like, oh, it's the woods, but then we find like some creepy culty stuff. It was just like squint and you see it.
You don't like very like is it rural type?
Rural, drearily rural, not too many actors, kind of survivalist energy, and of course grief. We got to battle grief.
Always got to battle grief.
Always got to battle grief. It was just one of those. I was like, okay, I get it. And it just was not that entertaining to me. You and my girlfriend liked it a lot more than I did.
I enjoyed it. I would watch it again.
Yeah.
And I would tell people to watch it. So it's higher on my list.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
Like, it really would depend, though. It would be a lot of asterisks. Because I'd be like, are you ready to wait?
Yeah.
For things to happen. And then number 80, this one actually is a terrible film, but I found more enjoyment over Wolfman because Wolfman was just ultimately boring to me. I just got bored. And I was like, I think these three films that I just mentioned, I'll never watch again. And I'll let you know once we pass the
threshold.
I'll never watch it again. Mm-hmm. But yeah, number 80 for me was The Strangers Chapter 2, a movie I watched with my girlfriend because she wanted to watch The Strangers Chapter 1. And I told her we should just be watching The Strangers, period, because that movie's amazing. The Liv Tyler one.
What is Chapter 1?
It's it's a whole thing because there was The Strangers, perfect one and done movie. Then there was Strangers Pray at Night with Christina Hendricks, and that one kind of went a lot more pop punky, blood and neon, and it's cool, but it didn't do well. And then they did Strangers Chapter 1, 2, and 3, filmed them all at the same time. The movies are ass. That is my official review. The movies are ass.
The movies are ass.
It is literally hide, run, breathe, hold breath, guy discovers me, run to the next location. Hide, breathe, hold breath, guy discovers me, run to the next location. Now imagine that for almost 2 hours. God damn, I hated it. Anyway, let's go on. That was number 80 for me.
Nice. I did not see that one.
And you never will.
No. 56 for me was Oh, What Fun. The Michelle Pfeiffer cheesy Christmas movie. It was cute. I would watch it with my mom. I don't think I would watch it with anyone else. So I'm like on a specific time when I'm sitting down with my mom at the holidays and we want to watch a movie, I'd be like, oh yeah, this one's about like moms at Christmas. I don't necessarily see myself watching it outside of that. If somebody asked me what I'd be like, I mean, sure. Like, so it's kind of just like, it was fine. It was a fine watch. It was fairly enjoyable we watched it together and just kind of rant at like, why is this happening? Why is that happening?
I know part of me wish we would have filmed it, but other part of me was like, I didn't care enough to set up a camera for that shit.
Yeah. And I was like, I appreciate the fact that they're trying to center a woman in like a Christmas comedy because they don't do that a lot, like Moms. And I was like, I appreciate that. But also when they approached it in the movie, they were like, none of these Christmas movies ever star moms. So here's the mom Christmas movie. And I was like, well, don't say it.
And also there was a big issue where she's acting kind of like she out of nowhere suddenly becomes like weirdly selfish and weird.
Yeah.
And they didn't build it up and which was like, why wasn't it working? And you had a great observation. You were like, because for men just do dumb shit.
Selfish eccentric behavior is like almost expected societally, which is annoying, but it's like, yeah, men don't think about shit. They just do shit. And you're like, oh, that's a fucking dude right there.
So when a woman in a movie, a mom just like out of nowhere goes from 0 to 100.
Yeah, because her character has been portrayed as incredibly meticulous on top of things and shows up for people. And then all of a sudden she's just kind of acting really rash and irresponsible. And I understand it's like, oh, it's her breaking point. But I'm like, we didn't feel like we were at her breaking point yet. It was random.
She didn't feel dumb and pig-headed the way like Clark Griswold feels dumb and pig-headed.
Yeah, where it's like, oh yeah, he's got an ego and he wants to be higher in his company and he's like checking out women like while his wife is next to him and you're just like, oh, he's a shithead. And now shithead things happen in the shithead movie. You have this mom who's very just like self-sacrificing. And as a mom, like she can pick at her kid. Anyways, it's longer than I want to spend on this. But yes, like I think
you hated this movie.
I didn't hate this movie. I was just like, it was cute. It could have gone a little differently. I think when she lost it in the end, I was like, this makes more sense, and I was following it. But again, not a terrible movie. I just flow on my list this year.
For number 79, we're going to go with Opus. That was the A24 Another Cult Eat the Rich film. It was the one with Io Debris and John Malkovich. And he's like a reclusive pop artist that's disappeared. And then everyone gets invited to show up to his cult area for him to do weird cult stuff. It was like blink twice if you've ever eaten from the menu. And Don't Be a Menace in South Central. Yet another Eat the Rich A24 cult movie. It didn't piss me off as much as Death of a Unicorn because I actually got a movie idea while watching it. So I wrote that down. I don't know if I'll ever make anything of it. It's one of those like, I'll explore that one day. But it was enough for me to be like, whatever, you're not at the bottom of the list. Thank you. Yeah. And then number 78 for me, How to Train Your Dragon, the remake. Now here's what I feel about this movie. This is one of the few remakes where I don't have any like issues with it. Like I get it. I actually technically get it. And if someone said, oh, I loved it, it doesn't sting as morally bankrupt as like a lot of other remakes. I already saw the animated film. I liked it. I don't see myself ever watching the live action, but I kind of understood why they made it. And it was one of the few remakes where I was just like, yeah, sure. Didn't piss me off like the Lilo and Stitch one, which I didn't see. That's not on the list. And the animated one has Jay Baruchel.
Jay
And
Baruchel.
I just like Hiccup when he talks like this, like a Canadian trying so hard to speak
Oh
American.
my gosh, he's trying so hard.
Anyway, so what's next for you, Benji? What number is it too?
Number 55 for me is You're Cordially Invited. It is just another
Streaming original.
just streaming original that is kind of like it's there to be there. I love Reese Witherspoon. It was a fun watch. I would watch it again, and
Yeah.
I would tell people like, hey, it's funny. You should watch it.
All right, number 77. Today's the day.
Oh, that's low for you.
Yeah, I wanted to like The Woman in the Yard. And there was a lot of things I did technically like about it, but I just don't see myself rewatching it.
Yeah.
And it goes a direction in the end that I'm like, what? Like, what's the message you're sending?
That's fair. That is, yeah.
And just kind of, I don't know, just kind of a drag to get through. Good performances, though.
Oh, yeah.
I liked so much about it, and it's one of those that if I saw the director, and which I cannot remember, but if I saw that they were making another movie, I wouldn't go, ugh.
Yeah, you'd be kind of like, okay, I'm interested to see what your next vision will be and how you execute it after having already.
Technically, pacing-wise, and atmospherically, I did enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the story, and that's a big one. But that's also one of those things where it's like, I if you just ever have the chance to get a really good script, I think this director could make a really good movie. So yeah, that's pretty much how I felt about The Woman in the Yard. And then number 76 was The Wedding Banquet. This one was probably one that I don't want to say actively pissed me off, but it just kept getting lower and lower on my list. It was Lily Gladstone from, oh my God, what was that movie called? Sowers of the Flun. No. Killers of the Flower Moon. Kelly Marie Tran, who was in the Star Wars movies. Bowen Yang was in it.
Yeah, I wanted to see that one. That one was one that I was a little disappointed that she went to without me.
That was a date movie, sorry.
Yeah.
It was also
a gay movie. Don't go see gay stuff. You're straight.
It was also from Andrew Ahn, who directed Fire Island, which I do like.
Yeah.
And here was the thing. Here was what I kind of realized. Fire Island does have stilted kind of dialogue and acting, but I think it works because it's supposed to be a Pride and Prejudice kind of retelling. The Wedding Banquet, I noticed, had the exact same kind of stilted direction where it was like good actors, but I just kind of felt like everyone was just like talking and things were emotional and they were just kind of happening at a distance. And then it kind of had some weird turns in the middle where I was like, okay. And I realized like, oh, this might be, you might not be strong at getting peaks and valleys from like actors, which is kind of a shame. It was like, it was good.
Is it also a retelling of anything?
Yeah, it's a remake, but it's not, I don't know if it's a retelling.
Okay.
I wish I could remember what I didn't fully like about it.
Yeah.
But I remember the stilted acting was the one that I left going, I don't know, I didn't connect with anybody. And I wanted to. Like, oh man, I love me a good tragic parents and sad and things are sad and man, people don't understand me. Like the second of characters, like people don't understand me. I'm like,
I know what you mean.
I'm pre-crying and then
That's
like,
funny.
relationships not working out. I'm like, I'm already there. And this one, I just was like, eh.
It's because he was gay.
Benji.
It's because he was Asian.
No.
It's because you're racist and homophobic.
Jesus Christ.
Seems like it. No, I wanted to see that one. That was sad. That was your two?
Yeah.
My next one is also gonna be upsetting. I hate that the lower ones are like people who actually watch and listen. So I'm like, man, I'm really hurting the people who are supporting us. It's your cousin's favorite for this year, Five Nights 2.
Oh, no.
I can summarize.
Love you, cuz, but no.
I can summarize what I didn't like about this movie in one sentence. Why'd she go back? That's it. That's it. You know, all you had to do for this movie not to happen was don't go back. Is that true? I feel like maybe stuff happened and then she went back later.
Look, man, there's a lot that could have, don't let your kid talk to crazy kids in suits. Don't worry about it.
Demon suits, you know?
God.
I guess no, that's not the case. But like it just felt, as soon as I saw the trailer and they were like, she misses her friends and she wants to talk to them. I was like, why?
Why though?
Y'all almost died. I should probably watch the first and the second again just to kind of get a better understanding of what was actually going on. But in general, just as a casual observer, Why'd she go back?
Why'd she go back?
That's it.
Man. All right. Well, kind of in the same vein, my number 75 is Megan 2.0. No. Megan 2.0. No.
Stupid.
Here's how I can easily summarize that. Why an action film?
Why'd she come back?
Like, first off, if you don't live in LA, this might not apply to you, but in LA, oh my God, it was trying so hard. It was like, she's back, bitches. Everyone in WeHo is like, I'm a gay girl. I don't want to edit this, so I would be saying the C word a lot, but I don't want to edit and get demonetized. So I was like, I'm a gay C word, gay C word, gay. I'm so gay. I'm Megan. I'm like, first off, you don't represent anything that's gay. Actually, you understand you're a gay icon, but you're trying way too hard to sell to people that you are just a corporate mascot and you do nothing for any of these communities. And also, how dare you become a boring ass action film?
Yeah.
Blah.
Yeah. I think Megan in general is a much better concept than she is in execution.
Yes.
I feel like even when the first one came out, it's like Megan, killer doll, dance. Sorry, I did say it. You're going to have to cut that one out.
Damn it, Benji.
But everybody's like, oh my gosh, Megan. And the movie could not live up to the hype of what that like viral TikTok dance became. And so there was like that little disappointment. But in the first movie, you got essentially what you expected, which is killer doll. In this one, they tried to rebrand her as the hero, obviously because, you know, oh, well, if people are going to cheer for her, she kind of needs to be the hero. But then it became an action movie. And then it was like we didn't even get delivered on killer doll in a creepy movie. Now we just have action star doll. And I think that we lost something there.
We lost so much. And they lost something. They lost money to the point where Jason Blum was like, hey, y'all. We fucked up.
Yeah,
he literally said that. Like,
you
know what's funny is because that was one of our worst performing videos that we did. And I was going through a spiral. I was like, oh my God, why didn't Megan do well? And then the movie didn't even do well.
Yeah.
And Jason Blum, like 2 days later, I'm like at dinner with my girlfriend, just like, this is bad. Like, our algorithm's fucked and things just
hate
suck.
us.
And then here I'm reading an article from fucking Jason Blum of Blumhouse Pictures. And he's just like, yeah, I think we overestimated how much people like this, and it just is not big. And I was like, you know what?
So did we. So did we, Jason Blum.
You know what? And I like our video better than I liked Megan 2.0. So
I will say I agree. And I think that's probably when I first started assessing. And I was like, wow, this video is not doing well. And I was like, I think Megan's only popular in theory. Like, she's popular as the character. And that's it. People don't really care much about the other IP of it. It's just the character.
That's a great way of putting it. I like that. I like the brain.
Thank you.
74, I'm not going to talk about it too long. It is the Spike Lee joint, Highest to Lowest. Holy shit. That movie was a fucking slog to get through, and I love Spike Lee. That movie made me not like Denzel Washington as an actor because he was doing some performance things where I went, I need you to be reined in. I need you to be directed by someone who either can say no to you or knows how to get something new out of you, because I was finding myself really annoyed by the way Denzel was just like, he kept repeating certain things and scenes would go on for too long and he would do things where I'm like, you're Denzel Washington. You are a brilliant, phenomenal actor. And I'm not even going to say this is your fault, because an actor's job is not to be the beginning, middle, and end of what a movie is. That's a director's job, a director and producer. And a lot of the people are supposed to just say, we release brilliance with a good script and then we rein in, and no one was reining him in. And also, the movie was just some of the most stilted, weirdest delivered dialogue I've ever felt in a film. I watched this on my own. I paid to see this one because it wasn't at AMC theaters. So I paid to see it at my Regal.
I never heard about it. Quickly, what is the premise?
Exactly. So it starts off as one film, and you know what? Okay, spoiler alerts for Highest to Lowest, because I was so mad you weren't there with me. I was so mad. I just went to see this movie. I was like, look, I'm going to go see the Spike Lee joint. I didn't think it was going to be anything you'd be interested in.
Yeah.
Holy shit, it takes a heel turn. I was fucking dying. Okay. So the premise is he is a music producer, all right? And he's big in the game. And he's been doing this for years, but like things are happening. AI's coming in. He hasn't produced like a new person in a while. And so the company's going to get bought out, and he's doing his best to try to like wrangle all people to get money to buy his own business out so he can own it.
Right.
His wife is like, we need to retire, and our son, he's in a basketball team with his best friend, and we just need to be there for him. And you're
missing this.
You're missing this, and he's like, no, I got all these things that I want to do, and so it's just like, okay, cool. That's like the first 30 minutes of the movie, and it's so weirdly delivered. And I kid you fucking not, this man takes a phone call, walks outside. It's like a wide shot. He was just talking to his wife about like, all right, you know what? Sure, we will retire. Like, I mean, I'll buy this. Or he convinces his wife. He's like, we're gonna keep the company, and you're okay with that, right? She's like, yeah, I don't like that you got all this money and did all this stuff, but yeah, sure, we should buy our own company back. He's like, cool, I'm gonna take this phone call, whatever. Walks outside, wide shot. He's outside in the wide shot. You don't hear what's going on. He's on the phone. Comes back in. Our son got kidnapped, and I was like,
what?
What the fuck?
Where did that come from?
And the way he delivered it was just so blasé. And the way she's like, what? No, what's going on?
Bam. Somebody's got Trey.
What do you mean
Somebody's got Trey. I think they kidnapped him.
What do you mean they kidnapped him?
I don't know.
And then it becomes a whole
Taken
thing where it's like, then the son wasn't actually kidnapped. It was actually the best friend that got kidnapped. And then there's a whole plot because someone's trying to kidnap the son to get money. And honestly, that whole second part and just the absurdity of it all is the reason why this is not at the bottom of my list. But for the first 30 minutes, I was like, this might be the most painful movie I've ever watched in my damn life. It gets interesting.
Right.
But holy shit, when he first came out, I was like, something happened. Like, our son's kidnapped. I was just like, I laughed. I was in the theater. I went,
Oh, you're serious.
And
I
looked, and I was with like on a row like full of black people. So I was kind of like looking like, I know nobody here, but like, can somebody like look at me?
Look
like,
at me and tell me if we know that this is
absurd, right? No one's looking at me, and I'm like,
they knew. Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
Goodness gracious.
Holy shit.
Oh.
But I will say, great experience. 10 out of 10 heel turn experience.
Somebody's just called and said they've kidnapped Trey.
Steve, see if you can get Kyle on the phone.
And I remember thinking, I was like, God damn, I wish Benji was here because I think we would have had a fucking field day with that.
Like, that's really funny.
It was so...
I would say that I would watch it just for that, but I'm not gonna.
No.
It sounds very long and
No,
schloggy.
it was very long.
Yeah. 53 is Fear Street Prom Queen.
Benji, that's my 73.
Nice.
Fear Street Prom Queen.
Perfect.
Wow, that's the first time we can just talk about it.
Boom. Okay. I was disappointed by this. I was very disappointed. It was a dumb slasher that wasn't even a dumb slasher. If they made it almost, and I Know What You Did, or like a classic Scream or something like that, but it wasn't because they put it in the Fear Street universe for some reason. I guess because they wanted to
name brand
benefit off that IP, but it's also brand recognition.
We missed the end credit sequence, Benji.
That like we're there for like 2 seconds to go, oh, see, it was demonic. And I'm like, but that didn't really factor into my experience whatsoever. We watched 3 movies that were incredibly compelling, incredibly nail-biting because people were mass murdering people and you could not kill them and they just kept going.
Yep.
As far as what I remember, we just didn't lean into that lore. So I'm like, you might as well have just made it its own separate thing and just made it a slasher and given the people actually a good reason to be killers. Because when they revealed it, I was just like, oh, this is all to be prom queen that she was already going to win? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
like,
it was dumb.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say about it, but I will say it's not low on my list for one reason and one reason only.
Because this is very cozy.
And I think that is never going to leave my lexicon.
That's true.
The
You do say that a lot. I keep forgetting about it until you say it again. I'm like, oh, that is fun to say.
It's so much fun. The actress who's like the villain, she's like, she comes up to 2 characters.
Very interesting portrayal of her villainosity.
And she just walks in and is like, oh, this is very cozy.
This is very cozy, huh?
For some reason,
that's
I fucking love
right
that
in your head.
I love that delivery. It's such a little earworm, and I'm just like, I want to say that for the rest of my life. Thank you very much, Fear Street Prom Queen.
I will take that.
I'll take that. Yep, good. We can bypass that. I have nothing else to say. 72, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. It's not good, but I liked it more than the first one. That's
You
it.
liked it more?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't have to go into the damn dreams with the kids and the running and the, oh my God.
Well, it did start a lot quicker, too.
Yeah.
That's a good thing about most number twos is at least you can start quicker.
Yeah, unless it's my number 2, in which I'm in there for about an hour.
Oh, wow. Didn't need that one. Go ahead.
71 is Captain America Brave New World. Yeah, the last trailer they released for it actually made me excited to see what I thought was going to be a political thriller. But here's the thing. I'm about to spoil a movie that spoiled itself. You can't have a political thriller where the end result is the thing you advertise the movie with.
Over and over and over
So,
again. Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I might not have been as excited had I not known that Red Hulk was in it. But you can't do a movie where the whole film they're like, what's going to happen? What's his ultimate plan? It's like, it's the Red Hulk. What's his ultimate plan? It's the Red Hulk. But what's he going to do? It's the Red Hulk. Now, I'd be interested in someone watching this who's like so removed from this time period. Like, you know, when kids in the future are rewatching all the
just
Marvel films.
People now who don't keep up with like trailers. And
Yeah.
stuff.
If they were watching Captain America Brave New World, I think, and they had no expectations going in, I feel like they might vaguely enjoy it because I did kind of enjoy the film. I liked Harrison Ford. I like Anthony Mackie. I liked the Red Hulk. It was actually kind of slightly a little bit enjoyable, but just ultimately I can't get with these I'm the smartest villain in the world gets captured. I'm going to do this big plan is in the advertisements.
I'm 20 steps ahead of you. Gets caught.
Oh, and my
it's
ultimate
messed up.
thing, I don't understand why the fuck Sam can't take a goddamn fucking serum to get strong.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest thing. It's the dumbest hill to die on, and I do not understand why they
And
made
he's
it.
gonna die on a hill because he doesn't have super serum.
It's such a dumb moral dilemma that they've introduced this character, and they've not. The only thing that I kind of understand is because in the show they do equate Isaiah Bradford, I believe, is like the original
one,
the original Captain America. Who I loved his character too, and I loved like the intrigue aspect of the first half of that film. And the idea of having a Captain America that was tested upon because he's a black man and he's like angry and like bitter but trying to move on, and the idea that Sam maybe equates the serum to, you know, black pain and experimenting on black people, that's a great moral reason for a character to not want to do it. But I just don't feel like the film justifies that anger enough for me to be like, yeah, sure, get your ass handed to you all these times.
Yeah.
Just fucking take the serum.
And get almost killed. Like,
it's fine. I didn't want to talk about that movie that long. That was number 71 for me.
okay, nice. 52.
Uh-oh.
A lot of things from our friends.
Oh, man. What's this one?
VHS Halloween.
Oh, really?
It's higher up in the bottom of my list. I don't hate anything. Prom Queen, actually, now that we talked about it, probably should be a little bit lower. Because I was really annoyed by that. I was like, what were you trying to do with that?
But it was so cozy.
But it is something that I could
In
throw
theory.
on at like a party,
Yeah.
theoretically, maybe. And then VHS Halloween. It's Halloween. It's above Prom Queen. It's above a lot of these because I could see myself. Like, I did enjoy a lot of it.
Yeah.
A lot of it was very, very fun, very ridiculous, gruesome, creepy, what you would want from like a Halloween themed horror. Like, it was really fun, really good. There was the one with the kids and the
That was
abuse
rough.
that was really hard to watch, which also makes the rewatchability and the recommendations go down.
Yep.
So that probably dragged the
Oh, yeah,
entire
you're right.
thing down a lot.
Yeah.
But other than that, I did enjoy it, and I would rewatch it for the holidays. But rewatchability is low because it would only be around Halloween.
Yeah. Fair.
So it's no disrespect to the movie. I did enjoy it.
No, I think it was a good movie, but I get that. I think that's a respectful thing. I don't want to talk about this one too much. Number 70, The Fantastic Four, First Steps.
Fantastic.
I wish I could be angry at it too. I really wish I could sit here and rant to you about how Marvel is in the trash and it's just the worst film ever. I actually kind of liked Captain America Brave New World a little bit more, but technically Fantastic Four is actually a better movie. I don't know. It's just a bleh. It's a meh burger of a movie. I know that's like, I'm trying to do my best to be an actual reviewer here. And for some of these films, I will get into the nitty gritty of what I loved and didn't love.
I think you can.
And
give
some films are
vibes
just,
sometime. Yeah.
it's just a meh burger. It just was nothing.
Is this around your flip where you're from hating to meh?
Yeah, I guess Fantastic Four is the first, but it's so begrudging. It's like, that's the thing. It's like, I wish I could
But
even
I think
argue.
it's the first of the meh, where you're just like, I could take it or leave it.
I really wish I could leave it. But that's the thing is I just like, it's just there taking up space.
Can't take
in
it.
my fucking mind. And I kind of want to remove it anyway. And then 69, 69, stupid.
Nice.
Is I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Okay, nice.
But
nice.
you have it higher up on your list, don't you?
A little bit higher, yeah.
So we'll move past that.
Okay. 52 was Warfare. It is
That's so low.
lower on the list. Now, again, let's remind us the lowest on my list is just a meh. So the highest at this point, it's low just because I wasn't sure what the theme was supposed to be.
Fair.
That's really the only reason I took it down, because if the theme was what I thought it was originally watching it, it would be much higher, because I loved how it ended just because we watched basically these young men die and have their lives destroyed, and they're like fighting for their lives and they're shooting people. It's the craziest like scene you've like the most gruesome shit you've ever fucking seen in any war thing.
Doesn't glorify
like
war whatsoever.
It really gets you down in the dirt and the muck and the death and just all in the disfigurement and all of it. And at the end of the day, they're like defending a house that they're just trying to like set up as base camp, and like the locals are trying to kill them, and they're doing a great job at it. And then like at the end, like we're going through all this and we finally get out, and they go off in the spoiler they go off in the tank, what's left of them they save, and they get the hell out of there.
Event, so
I mean, well, anyways, yeah. And then all the local people just kind of walk out of their houses and just like stand around. And it just left me, the way that I took the ending was that war is pointless.
Yeah.
Like we went through all of this for this house that we wanted to be in, because it had a decent vantage point of the nothing that we're doing, because we're just surveilling a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then we leave barely with our lives intact, losing half of our friends, losing body parts, like all of this stuff. People died on our side, people died on their side, innocent people. The family that was in the house was traumatized. And you just left. And it didn't make any sort of difference in the war.
Yeah.
And it just felt pointless. And it's just like, hey, in this all fucking for nothing. Maybe let's fucking not do this. And if that was the message, that goes up on my list. That is very high on my list.
But if not,
But yeah, I got the vibe that I'm not sure that's what they wanted from it.
well, because it was the people who were involved in it were involved in making it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to remove yourself from that kind of hoorah patriotism, that exceptional Americanism that's like, yeah, we'll go into another country and blow their people up. And it's like, ugh, gross.
It did give it kind of like the some of it, I don't know where, but some of it just felt a little bit like yeah, we survived and we're like, hoorah, we're Americans and we did the damn thing. And I was like, I don't think that is what this movie should be.
I think the film was doing its best to kind of, I don't want to say both sides it, but to show the pointlessness. But it's just kind of hard when you have the people who survived it, kind of making it for it not to feel a little bit like, fuck yeah. Like even if it's the smallest, it's just this tiniest little
text.
Fuck yeah. Like it wasn't America, fuck yeah, but it was like, America.
Fuck yeah.
Like so spoken through gurgled blood, you know? Anyway, number 68 for me was The Amateur. It was the Rami Malek spy movie. I wanted to like it. It was boring. That's about it. And then 6-7. Look, man, I don't give a shit. They're kids, whatever. Just let they're not saying, racist slurs. They're
and it doesn't even mean anything.
They're being brain rot. I don't care. I think it's funny. I think it's funny because other people hate it. I don't care. I have the humor of a child sometimes. Anyway, Presents. That was the ghost POV movie. I did like it. These are actually more or less okay-ish movies. Mm-hmm. The marketing of it was the most asinine marketing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it said it was the scariest movie of the year. Absolutely not.
It wasn't scary.
This was a somber movie.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, oh, that's just perspective. No, that was actively lying and misleading marketing.
Yeah.
And I know that shouldn't color my
But it does. The marketing so far has colored.
It colors how I
things.
feel about the film, because I'm just like, look, I get it. How are you going to sell a somber drama that takes place from a ghost perspective? It was good. I enjoyed the ending, but yeah, to sell it on this, it's the scariest film you've ever seen. That leaves a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth. And fair, you got me in the theater because I probably wouldn't have seen it had I known what it really was. Now that I have seen it, I do like it. But also, you bamboozled me, and I don't like that.
You bamboozled me. Okay, 51.
Oh, no. Oh, God. You always have such big reactions. What is it?
Marty Supreme.
Whoa!
Didn't care about it. Didn't feel like I didn't care to see it in the first place.
Whoa,
It
gay
was-
man doesn't like movie about straight white boy doing straight white boy things?
It was unnecessarily stressful. I understand.
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary in the way of it's necessary because that's their movie and they made it the way they wanted to. I knew I didn't want to see it, but I wanted to hang out with the group that was going, so I went. It was better than I expected, which is why it's this high on my list.
Fair.
It was worth the watch in the sense of it wasn't like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to watch this just to hang out with these people. It was like okay, like that was enjoyable and we had a good conversation afterwards.
Oh, we had fun.
It's worth a watch if it looks interesting to you or if people are going that you just want to hang out with, you haven't seen it in a minute. It's worth it to go. But other than that, I don't really care much about it.
That's fair. I mean, at the end of the day, you are a gay man.
Yeah.
And it's just, he's not like that.
He did his character very well.
Yeah, but he's not the character you like.
Not at all. And his character also, he did it well. It was very believable. It was very good. It was funny at times. But his character reminded me of some people that I've known that are very like, it's that hustle culture.
Yeah, I hate it.
But it's not the hustle culture where I'm going to grind and get what I need. It's the I'm going to constantly beg, borrow, and steal from everyone.
Hate it.
With the intention to pay back, but I'm never actually going to pay them back. It's stressful. Anyways.
Well, my 66 might be one that is higher up for you.
Oh, no.
But again, this is in the category of my films where I'm like, yeah, it's actually pretty good.
And it was about ping pong. Sorry, go ahead.
So number 66 for me is fucking Bride Hard.
Oh, okay.
But-
okay.
I actually liked it. It was trash. I could not in good conscience put it higher up on the list. I was like, this is not by any means a good movie. I don't like the way it was written. I don't like the way it was filmed. But I actually fucking loved Rebel Wilson.
Nice.
And Anna Camp. I loved them. And I had fun with them together.
Yeah.
And honestly, the movie was trash, but it was like, it's my trash.
Yeah.
And
No,
I
it's
enjoyed
good.
it. I had a great time in the theater with you.
Yeah.
And I think was it like the girls in front of us were having a good time too, or behind us?
I thought we watched this by ourselves.
No,
I didn't
dude.
even remember.
No, we had
But that's right. There were girls in front of us. The black girls, right?
Yeah, they were just like having a good goddamn time.
That's right. And we ended up kind of talking at one point.
I had a
Okay,
blast
that was
with it.
fun.
Like,
yeah.
it is a trash movie. If you're coming here, dude, broing it up with like my Letterboxd review, like, no, this is not the film for
This
you.
is not that.
But if you're watching it with your gay best friend and you're just trying to have a fun fucking time,
GBF.
bro, I laughed.
That's why you keep me around. So I can
well,
make you go to fun movies
and
that
it
you
makes-
wouldn't have looked at otherwise.
It makes me enjoy films.
Yeah.
I'm like, it is technically, I could not put it higher on the list. It's like, it's not
But
a
it got
good movie.
pretty damn high.
It got much higher than a lot of this shit.
Right.
Got higher than a fucking two Marvel films. I would watch Bride Hard over watching any of those Marvel films.
Hell yeah. I love that.
So, and then number 65, actually, technically, I would watch this. This is when it starts to get into murky territory of like,
It's hard.
quality versus rewatchability versus my like of it.
The middle area is difficult.
Yeah, it's the SpongeBob movie, Search for SquarePants. It's just the first movie, but I still laughed at it.
And guess what you got from it? SpongeBob.
Big guy, SpongeBob, big guy, pants okay. SpongeBob, big guy, pants okay. SpongeBob, big guy, pants okay. Fuck, I hate that. That did get me. All right, well, that was my number 65.
Okay, I did not see that one, and I didn't care to.
No, it's fine.
I've seen the SpongeBob movie, and that's really all I needed.
That's the SpongeBob SquarePants movie is the first one.
Oh, okay.
This is the SpongeBob movie. Search for SquarePants.
Whatever, you get it. Next for me was Sorry Baby, 50.
Damn, what are you, a fucking misogynist?
No, I just...
Wow.
It centers around assault. I was like, hey.
From a person who went through it.
But they told a very compelling story. It's very high on the list. It's over a lot of good things.
I don't know, man.
Shut up.
Just kind of sounds like you hate women.
Obviously, they did a great job at kind of portraying without actually showing assault. Fantastic. I'll talk about it more with you, but I like that they focus on the friendship, and I like how they kind of just showed things get rebuilt.
We also just watched it last night.
It's a little bit fresher.
It was one that I was watching. I'm like, I doubt Benji's going to even put this on his list because I'm watching it. You were in the middle of making your list. I just knew I had to see it.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a chance to see it in theaters. I'm so glad I watched it last night. It probably should be. We'll get to it when we get to it. That was a ranking. It was hard for me because I'm like, I wish I would have had more time
to really
sit
digest
with this.
Yeah, that's true.
But it is technically a really good movie, so I put it high on my list.
I don't think it was a bad movie. I was just like, rewatchability is low for me.
You don't like movies about assault?
Nope. Not a pepper either.
Number 64. I wish I could say more about this, but I did technically like it. It was that HBO original movie Mountainhead, the one with the four guys. They're rich and they're doing stuff, and I don't remember much about it, but I remember it was enjoyable, and it was way more enjoyable than the SpongeBob movie Bright Hard Presents The Amateur. So that's kind of like, I was like, was it good? I don't remember. I remember it was like the same thing as Warfare. Like, I guess that's
the thing.
Damn. Capitalism's pointless.
Right, yeah.
But I still enjoyed it. The number 63 for me was Chris Stuckman. I got stuckmatized, and I watched Shelby Oaks. And, I had fun in the theater with my girlfriend. We saw it. It was derivative of every horror movie you've ever seen, but there were some effective scares in it. And despite the fact that it included a lot of the stuff like, oh my God, a naked person. Oh my God, creepy old woman. Oh my God, cabin. Oh my God, VHS footage. I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more collectively than the things below it. I don't think it's a good movie, but I had a good time in the theater. I am intrigued by Chris Stuckman's next film. I do think, it's hard. It is hard to do what we do here. Watch movies and critique them when you don't do them yourself. I think he got in the thick of it. And that's what happens. It's so much easier to sit here and say, I'd have done this and this and this. It's like, no, you wouldn't. Not when it comes to millions of dollars and producers and yapping people and freaking letterbox people who think they know so much better than you. It's fucking hard to make a movie, isn't it? It's fucking hard to make a movie. So you made one. It's not that good, but, hopefully it gets better.
And it's in you're starting to like things.
Yeah.
For me, 49 is Woman in the Yard.
Okay, higher.
Black horror, we don't get a lot of that.
No.
It made you think. It was interesting as far as it was original.
Yeah, fair.
It was original. It was well acted. I don't fully remember specifics, but I remember it being all like, okay, all right, like that's worth a watch. I could recommend that to somebody. I could watch it again. The family probably made it out.
Sure. Number 62 for me is my Oxford year. We actually filmed that like the week it came out. I have not posted it on Patreon yet. If you want to see it, please let us know. I need to at least post it on Patreon, and then hopefully eventually. It was funny. We had fun with it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Not much I'm going to talk about there. And then number 61 was, oh man, what are we, some type of clown in a cornfield here?
Oh my gosh. Why do I not have that on mine? Go ahead.
I don't know why you don't have that on yours. I liked it. Clown in a Cornfield was fun. I wanted to like it more. I really wanted to like it more. Didn't. Well, that was number 61 for me. Are you like are you squeezing it in somewhere?
Yeah. I'm moving it. It's going to be up over what we're at right now.
Wow. Wow. Now your whole list is fucked.
What happened in Clown in a Cornfield again?
There was a clown? It was a cornfield.
Nice.
There was the boy that she was trying to like, but then turns out to be gay. Spoiler.
That's gonna push it up a little bit higher.
What does it? Because you didn't remember.
Well, it was like fun, and I think
don't remember it at all.
I'm putting it over. It's kind of going up because I'm like, wait, where would it be in my?
I liked it though. Like it is. I just don't think it technically came together. It still felt like a Netflix original film, even though I saw it in theaters.
Okay.
Anyway.
49 for me was Keeper. Good, unsettling, traumatic. I think it was done well. I didn't see the ending coming. It was wild. It was a fun ride. I would watch it again. I would tell people to watch it.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I think that's about it for me. It was very towards the end. I got a good horror usually doesn't rank super high for me anyways. So.
Yeah, that's fair. For me, I will probably talk about this later. It's A Simple Favor 2. Fun. There was a lot I actually really liked about it. I did not like the ending. It had no spoilers, but it was just like the way it was shot. It was like green screened and it felt kind of not very well blocked. It was just like a lot of singles on actors in front of a cliff, and there was like green screen, and then like the big triumphant thing that happened involved like a tiny little drone. It just was kind of like literally every time I wanted to rank that film higher based on kind of like the C word, see you next Tuesday energy, which it's like it did do very well, and it was fun to just watch those two again.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just was like kind of let down for what to me felt like a very let's film it as quick as possible in front of a green screen, and we're dropping this on streaming ending. And I was just like, whatever, boring. But I did like it, and I had a blast with my sibling watching it with you.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of fun watching that. That was A Simple Favor 2. 59. Now, this is the film that I had a lot of moral quandaries about. Not the worst moral quandary film on this, and I'll get to there when we get to there. It was Sketch, which I liked a lot. It was, you didn't get a chance to see. We got invited to see it.
Yeah.
So we got invited to see it at a premiere, and I went. And we were also asked to post about it, and we would have been paid to post about it. I do not like Angel Studios. Nothing against Mormons specifically, but the way that studio is run, it very much feeds into a lot of what has been stripping away kind of at America, which is like America first, foreigners weird, American values, so nothing about queer or anything that. Look, Disney's a shit studio. Paramount's a shit studio. Paramount's literally bending a knee to freaking Trump, so it's like it's not. I'm not trying to go on a high horse as if this is the worst studio ever. But there were too many things where it's like when Paramount produces a film, it doesn't necessarily mean that film exemplifies all
specifically like stands to be like, yeah, I'm putting down all of this. All of these minority groups. Or
no, it's like a lot of times
push them aside.
Filmmakers are able to make a movie that exists within a corrupt system, but the film itself is good and positive. Whereas like everything involved around Sketch, despite the fact that I think it was a great film, one of the best performances I've seen this year. I really loved Tony Hale. He's the voice of Forky. I loved him. He does like a more somber performance. I think he was one of the ones who spearheaded this film being made, but he's also Catholic. So it's like when I went to the premiere, I ran into a lot of people that I used to know from my old church world. A lot of those LA church people. And it's just like, it's just such a weird balance of things to it's a lot of kind of Zionist propaganda, a lot of very anti anything that is not the American nuclear family. And they even there was a lot of like dog whistle things that I heard at the premiere where they're trying to suppress our film, so we got to make sure this gets out there more than any other film, get it better than Star Wars or whatever. I don't know. I think it was coming out the same week as Fantastic Four, and I was just like, guys, calm down. And I think the movie itself was like wholesome and good enough, but the whole experience like going there very soured me, and they were selling tickets for people to feel like they were on a red carpet, but it was just like families paying forward to it and probably spending their last dime. It was just like, I don't know. It was a weird, I didn't like it, so we said no to it. Yeah, that was 59 for me.
Okay, fun. My 48, you're gonna love. 28 years later.
Don't talk about it.
Okay.
Just
personally, I don't think my cup of tea as far as zombie movies go. I'll leave it at that.
That's it.
Yeah.
You hurt me, Benji. You hurt me.
Sorry.
58, Tron Ares. Screw Jared Leto. And also, that movie had a bumping soundtrack, but it was so...
Still fairly high, though.
I enjoyed the first few minutes of it. Visually, it was beautiful, but there is only so much that empty calories can get you. And that was absolutely a visual and sonic treat that had absolutely nothing to give me in the end. And I honestly kind of loathe movies that are like, AI is just like us. That's the human experience, right? You're just as curious and confused as us. And Benji knows, and I cannot start here because we will be ranting for an hour.
Yeah.
I genuinely do not like the whole argument. I know it was like a big thing on TikTok. It's like, oh man, our kids in the future are going to be dating clankers or whatever. And it's like in this whole thing, like making a joke about how like, oh, AI rights are going to be equal to human rights. I fundamentally think that is the most insulting thing ever. The concept of AI, a computer being marginalized and oppressed, only exists because of the framework that real human suffering has created for it. So for a billionaire's product, a thing that can only exist with multiple machines, for that to even be considered to be valuable to the single life of a marginalized person that has actually gone through years worth of human history to get to the point now where we have hymnals and anything that has been produced through suffering, the idea that we can just jokingly put AI in that same breath, fucking insulting, and I hate it. So I don't want to see another movie. There's another movie on this list that's a little higher just because it was enjoyable, but it's low because I'm like, I don't care if AI is experiencing the same thing. It's like, no, an AI woman is not the same as a real woman being oppressed, and we'll get to that later.
And I say, if it's a sentient robot,
it's not sentient.
You don't fucking know.
It only exists by oppressing other people.
What is
it exists by taking up and gobbling our lives.
If you're giving something pain and it doesn't want it, then that's not okay, even if it's fake.
It's not pain. It is only regurgitating back to us years of human suffering.
It has receptors that tell us that it's in pain, and that's what our brain does to us. It only exists because a billionaires created it. So therefore, we are giving rights to billionaires. When it gets to the point of robots that are indistinguishable from humanity, then there's a little bit more of a conversation we had, let's just say.
I disagree fundamentally.
But I agree. I agree with most of your point.
So for that, Tron Ares is low, and the only reason it's high is because of that bumping soundtrack.
My God.
Holy shit, 9 Inch Nails. You didn't have to eat like that.
That's hilarious.
Anyway, number 57 was Predator Badlands. I did not like that movie. Technically, it's higher than the Jared Leto film, but yeah, it just felt like the most Disney-fied movie I've seen in a while. I did not like Elle Fanning in it. You didn't see it.
No, I didn't.
Elle Fanning was in it. I love Elle Fanning. I really like her. I like The Great. I like when she shows up. She's in another one of my, I think, top 10 movies this year. Her performance was really grating. It was very much like, hi, I'm the happy one. You're the grumpy one. Why are you so grumpy? I'm a robot. I don't understand things. Let's figure out. You need to save me. What's going on here? That's funny. Aren't I cute? Aren't I funny? It's like,
she was the comic relief robot person.
Yeah, like times 1,000, and I did not need it. Sensing a theme here.
Next for me, 47 is Wolfman. We've already
Wolfman.
Been through that. Fighter of the Dolphin. I don't know what that is.
Surprised you put it so high.
Well, it's higher for me because I thought it was a really cool take on werewolf.
Cool.
Like, I enjoy vampire, werewolf, etc. lore. I like mythological creatures. So if you can give me something that gives me that creature, and you can give me something that's a different take, while also still basically giving it to me, I'm going to enjoy that. And I respect that. I like that we saw, like, from the perspective, we saw the change. We saw him kind of still be in control even when he was out of control and not like attack his family. I think it was a well done original take on a wolf story, on a werewolf story. So that for me was worth a watch, worth another watch, and I would tell people to watch it.
You really did like that one.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool.
I left the theater just like grumpy, grumpus, and y'all enjoyed it.
You know, I still think my favorite werewolves of all time are the ones from Van Helsing. They're fucking awesome looking, and they're just
agreed,
really cool. But I mean, if I'm not gonna get that, because if I'm not gonna get that werewolf, play with it, have fun. I don't hold werewolves super precious, so I'm like, have fun.
What number did you say you're at?
47.
You're at 47?
Yeah.
I'm at 57. I kind of want to like rattle off a few and then just stop me if you want to talk about it more. Okay. Oh, what fun? That's number 56 for me. We already talked about that.
Okay. You have anything else to add?
Nope. Said everything. That was number 50. It's higher on the list because ultimately I'd still watch it a little bit more than the other ones. Number 55, VHS Halloween. There was a lot of stuff I did like about it. It's definitely lower on the list because of the dead kids.
Well, it's 55 for you?
It's 55 for me, yeah.
54 for me.
Whoa!
So we did put it in the same place at the end of the day.
That's interesting.
That's really funny.
You might want to talk more about this one. So number 54 is The Running Man. Did you want to talk about that more?
It's going to be higher on mine, yeah. So we can talk about it later.
So The Running Man for me, my least favorite Edgar Wright film. And it was a disappointment. and we will talk about it more when we get to it on Benji's list.
Edgar right. Why you do him Edgar wrong? You saw that coming, huh? Nope. Still annoying.
Number 53 for me was Abraham's Boys. I liked it. I think my biggest issue with it was that they had Titus Welliver, who's not like a name actor. I've always known his name just because he's one of those fascinating faced character actors that I like. He showed up in Lost. He was a villain in that. I think the problem with Abraham's Boys was the way they focused on it was like, we've got a big actor on set, so we're going to get as much as we can with him. We're going to get our money's worth. And I think it did a little disservice to the story because then like halfway through, they kind of like changed the focus to one of the boys that he has. And I don't think I never looked at him the way that the kids looked at him. The kids were afraid of him, and I didn't find that out until like halfway through. Yeah. And I was like, oh, we were supposed to be afraid of this guy? Yeah. And I think it's because the film and everything lingered on him, because obviously if you got like a name actor, even if they're not a name that Benji knows, but it's like they're still a name-ish actor. You recognize them. It's like I think you get excited. You're like, I'm gonna make this film about them, and he's big, and he's gonna be on set, and so it's like I'm gonna yes,
we're
Mr.
gonna
Titus,
censor him a little bit,
censor you, and I'm just like, I think I've seen that happen with a lot of these smaller films where they get a big name. It's like a lot of things happen in service to the actors and what will get the film produced, and not the service to the story. It's understandable. It's what happens. I still liked it. Technically,
still over Fantastic Four.
It's still over Fantastic Four.
I mean, like they did that. They did the damn thing. Apparently,
number 52 was Drop.
Okay,
you have
that's
that
up higher on my list. Okay,
so we'll pass by that. I wanted to like it more.
That's that.
That's that. And number 51, we've already talked about. That was You're Cordially Invited. I was, you know what? I laughed at he put an alligator in her bed.
Yeah, no, that was wild.
There was a lot of funny shit in that movie. Like, I genuinely did laugh out loud.
I think it would be higher if I'd watched it more recently, because I did laugh at things. I just couldn't fully remember anything that I specifically laughed at, so I kind of just left it.
Yeah, it was one of those movies where I wish it would had the budget that the old school comedies had in the early 2000s.
I would have done well.
Because content-wise, I was fucking laughing at it. I was just like, I like Will Ferrell. I like Reese Witherspoon. They're both
great actors, two great names.
They had a lot of good supporting, like all the kids that they had, the younger people around them were funny too. And not like in a TikTok, we're just here because our names are famous way. But like, no, they're actively funny. Yeah. So I enjoyed it. But yeah, I don't remember much from it. So it's like, it can't go up higher on the list. I just know that I laughed at it. I'm surprised we haven't gotten to this movie yet. What number are you on?
I'm on 47.
You're on 47?
I just did 47.
This one's lower for me than it is for you, and that's wild, unless you totally forgot to put it on your list.
I might have. What is it?
Mickey 17.
No, it's a little higher.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to like it more. I feel like a lot of the films in this list
didn't like it that much.
And I don't know why. I liked a lot of it, and then it just kept getting pushed down lower on my list, and I was just like,
it's fair.
I don't know if it came together for me.
The story was interesting. I kind of liked the resolution.
Yeah.
I was kind of curious as, because at one point, I guess kind of spoilers is the little creatures that they're potentially wiping out are like, no, we could wipe you out. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And then I was kind of like, can you though? And I don't think the story answered that. And I don't think it necessarily wanted to.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed enough aspects of it that it's higher on my list.
I will say, I think the movie is absolutely it's 1,000 times better than the placement on my list suggests. I actually think it is a really good film.
Yeah.
I didn't do the due diligence of rewatching it to decide what it was. This is not the review I'd give if this was a podcast for Mickey 17.
Yeah.
I'd rewatch it. I'd like actually articulate what did or didn't work for me. But ultimately, I don't find myself wanting to rewatch it. I'm glad it was an original film that was in theaters. Technically, it was still based on a book. But it was original film. I'm glad it was made. I think it's technically higher. And if someone said it was their number one of the year, I'd be like, yeah,
fair.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that it's number 50 for me. Yeah, it's number 50. That's number 50. I think you should go.
46, Megan 2. It was an action movie. Why was it an action movie?
Why was it an action movie?
But I enjoyed it more. It was still Megan. I still enjoy Megan. I enjoyed the bit of her that we got. There were points that I was like, you're trying to recreate the magic of the first one, and that's not that.
Yeah,
and
they had a titanium scene. I can't remember the song they sang.
Yeah, and I was kind of like, man, you should have picked a better song, I think.
Maybe I'd remember it.
But there were still good moments where I was like, Megan, there you are. And the action, I think when she did the little, what was it? The
paraglide.
Yeah, the gliding suit. I was like, why is this an action movie? Like, what's going on? It's a Mission Impossible movie.
You know what? You know what I forgot to say?
Huh.
It's too damn long.
It was long. It
was
felt
like
long. What was it,
over 2 hours or something.
2:10 or something.
We
like
had
that?
a group. It was like a group of us. It was you, me, my girlfriend, our 2 friends who were like kind of down for anything.
Yeah.
And we were all bored by it. We were just sitting there going like,
it's 2 hours.
Jesus Christ, it did not need to be that long.
Yeah, and the first one was 142.
Fuck.
I think it took its time and it didn't necessarily need to. It should have been quick and fun, to the point. Megan should have just killed more people that are morally. She should have just been a morally gray hero character. We love a morally gray hero, like a Damon Salvatore who's like, hey, that person threatened you, so I fucking killed him. What? And everybody's like, you can't just kill people. And they're like, I don't know why not. And you're just kind of like, man, that person. But they're really helping us out a lot, actually. It was still watchable, and I would still, if I watched Megan 1, maybe throw on Megan 2.
Yeah.
Just to get more Megan,
Maybe.
That's where I'm at. With that.
I don't even know if I'm throwing on Megan 1 anymore, though. Kind of soured the experience for me. I'll try to catch up, but there's a few in here I think you might want to talk about. Number 49 for me was Materialists.
Higher on my list, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a good movie. That was another one where the marketing sold it as a film that it really wasn't. I liked what it was trying to say, but I don't think there was much going on there. But I did enjoy it. I wanted to like it more. And that's going to be a lot of some of these films. Number 48 for me, though, is The Naked Gun.
Oh, that's much lower than I thought it would be for you.
I had a blast with it.
Yeah.
And the parts that were funny were fucking funny. But the problem was it had an actual complicated plot going on. And I was like, no. You don't need a complicated plot.
Yeah.
I'm playing a game right now, the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Old game, classic game. You know what the plot of that is?
Yeah, no.
Plankton tried to make robots to take over the world, but he accidentally switched obey to don't obey. So the robots don't obey him.
That's fantastic.
Is that not the simplest, perfect just setup for any shenanigans? That's all the Naked Gun needed. It needed a setup for shenanigans.
A simple shenanigan plot from a simple shenanigan bad guy.
And it just was like, there were too many scenes in between the laughs where they're talking, explaining things, and I was like, whoa.
The scene where Pamela Anderson first meets him and is asking for help, and they're like, I was like, oh, they did a few gags, and then they just started talking for like 10 straight minutes, and I was like, wait, are y'all developing a plot?
No.
That's not what we're here for. No, thank you.
47 for me was Companion.
Okay.
Is that higher on your list?
It's a bit higher, yeah.
Like I said, I liked it. It kind of had the same energy as the A24, like the Death of a Unicorn that I complained about, where it's like, technically it's an original movie, but it felt very manufactured to be like, I do not like using this term. Okay, I do not like using this term.
Then don't use it.
Well, it from a studio perspective, it felt very like, oh, we're gonna girl boss it up and make kind of like an Eat the Rich and like AI, like women. They go through things too, but also let's make it cheeky and oh god, the bad guy, he's a dumb white dude.
Yeah, it's very.
It just felt like that, where it's like,
very
you kids love this,
pandering to like TikTok Gen Z generation.
So those are the time when I say like it's an A24 original movie, even though I don't think that was A24. It's just like, yeah, it's original, but it feels like everything I've seen smashed together to make it marketable. And guess what? Didn't fucking work. Still though, I had a lot of fun with it. Like I laughed at it.
Yeah.
But I also. This is a big conversation. I don't like watching the mistreatment of women, period. But I don't technically want to watch a movie in which the mistreatment of a woman robot is valued as the same thing as the mistreatment of an actual woman. And that film kind of did like, man, AI, they're like us, aren't they? You know how it did it? By killing all the women character and brutalizing them and then just being like, but don't worry, we're going to spare this robot. I'm like, fuck that robot. I don't give a fuck about it. It's literally a bunch of gobbles and gooks. I care about the character who actually just got stabbed. I don't like Hollywood's obsession with being like, man, we should talk about the the tribulations of marginalized people through AI and robots. I'm like, fuck you. Talk about the marginalized.
And through monsters and predators.
Damn it. Anyway, but I did enjoy it. 46, you didn't see Zootopia 2. You know, it's as fun as Zootopia 1. That's about as much as I have to say to that. And then 45 was The Conjuring Last Rites. I liked it. I was the only one in my group that actually enjoyed it. But it is also, at the end of the day, just another Conjuring movie. And they can't all be the scariest case they've ever done.
They can't be.
They can't all be the scariest
keep getting away with this.
Well, they didn't. That's it. That's it. That was the scariest case.
Yeah, but also there's gonna be a scarier one next year.
It was all the same thing you've seen before, but I had a fun theater experience with it. And you know what? Sometimes that's enough to make it higher up on the list. All right, Benji.
45 for me was I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's high for me because, you know, it's I Know What You Did Last Summer. I could watch it again. I enjoyed the him guy. I enjoyed the characters, namely the blonde girl.
Oh my God, Madeline Klein was awesome.
Fantastic.
She saved the whole movie for me.
She did a great.
And Tyreek Wither, I don't know his name yet.
The
but
him guy.
The him guy.
Yeah.
He's so great.
Yeah.
That's a star.
And he's hot.
I'm so mad that 2 of his movies this year didn't do well because I'm like, fuck, that guy's
sad.
like.
The only thing why it wouldn't go much higher
I don't know,
is
though.
a spoiler.
Is
that what you're trying to make me not spoil it?
Can't. Well,
what?
But do la la las.
No. I'm not gonna say what it is. The ending upset me, and I didn't like the way it ended. I didn't like the. I won't say this without saying too much. I didn't like the ending. Let's just say not the ending, but I didn't like the twist.
If those of you who know, you know.
I was very, very upset about it. Ruined a really good movie. I was solidly in this movie's camp, and I was like, why were people saying this is bad? Like, I'm actually planning to be obsessed with this. Like, I can't wait to rewatch this.
Yep.
And they disappointed me. They hurt me real deep, Shrek. Like, I was real upset. It was I Know What You Did Last Summer, so I could throw it on with something else once I get over the part that I don't like. Also, big thing that pushed it up a lot higher than it would have been even with that is the way that they called back the "What are you waiting for?" I loved that so much.
What are you waiting for, huh?
I really, really, really loved that line delivery. I think it took what has become a parody and a really ridiculous line that lore-wise was written by a child and directed by a child. And what are you waiting for? It just made it such a badass moment for
that was actually
character who's been through so much. Yeah,
it was good. No, a few things I had a problem with that movie. For one, it's not a I Know What You Did Last Summer movie, but that's also not the worst thing. I Know What You Did Last Summer. We rewatched that last year.
Yeah.
For the new movie. I came to love it a little bit more as the offshoot Scream wannabe that it was kind of mangled into, even though it had been written before Scream and then was originally in production before Scream and then kind of got turned into this thing. I ended up liking the original I Know What You Did Last Summer for its somber take on kind of Innocence Lost. That being said, I don't think I Know What You Did Last Summer is particularly a good or engaging film. There's aspects I love about it, but I don't not necessarily like it. So I understand that this movie is kind of its own thing. It's more poppy. It's more like God, I keep wanting to use that C word. It's more like
it's more.
What's the director of Do Revenge? It's Jennifer Caitlin Robinson. So yeah, let's give it up for respecting women.
Woo! It's more pop culture and like it
which is not
more happens because in the original
it's not what the original I Know What You Did Last Summer is. I Know What You Did Last Summer is very staunchly like takes itself seriously.
Yeah.
This movie did not take itself seriously, but I understand why they went that route. I wish they would have had a stronger vision on going the route of what the original one was trying to do. That said, what Benji hated about it, I won't say I liked, but part of me was like, I respect the ballsiness.
It was dumb. It wasn't.
It is dumb because ultimately, when you find out who the killer is, I'm just saying, when you find out who the killer is, and you look back on the film that you just watched, it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
No, exactly.
At all.
And the premise made no sense. Like, why did they? None of it. Like, why was he standing in the middle of the road? Why was he trying to fight a car? Why were they up there? Why were they recklessly driving and parked on a dead man's cliff? It wasn't the, like cocky kids drinking on a road that they grew up on and they know and they, accidentally hit somebody who should not have been there. It was, we're drinking and driving over this like dead turn where a bunch of people die. And then a car is coming and for some reason the guy stands in the middle of the road and like tries and like screams at the car and asks why it's going anywhere when it's like, well, of course it's going the same place you were going.
So dumb.
And it was just then fucking, and then they like try to hide it, and it's like you really didn't need to hide it. You are as much as what you did was stupid. You're less culpable for this than the people in the original movie.
Stupid.
Like you easily could have been like, oh my god, well I was in the road and I had a few drinks and the person swerved and I don't think you can get a manslaughter case for that. Maybe you can. I don't know. Anyways, moving on.
So I'm going to do the next... right, we're all caught up now.
Do you want to do 4 and 4? Were you going to say 4?
Yeah. Maybe we do, because then you can do a few. Because you've talked about one of these. One of them you haven't seen. I don't really want to talk about. Don't look! All right, I'm going to go. So I'm going to rattle off a few. Number 44 for me was Together. That was the Alison Brie, Dave Franco one. Again, an original movie. But, if you've seen The Substance, if you've seen anything with a cult, if you've seen anything with Woods and stuff, you kind of know where this movie's going. That said, it was more or less enjoyable. I mean, it's on this list at this place at number 44 because it was enjoyable. Number 43 was Keeper.
Okay.
I liked it. I liked it a little bit more than Together, but they kind of fit the same energy where it's just like not much happens. I just think Keeper, to me, I would understand if people said, whoa, Together is way better than Keeper. More happens in it. I'm like, I get it. When I read the reviews on why people didn't like Keeper, I get it. It is very long. It is drawn out. Not much happens. It's very repetitive. It kind of buries its lead pretty early on. That said, I don't know why I fucked with it. I was just kind of like, I liked the vibes of this movie. Yeah. I'm not obsessed with Osgood Perkins. He's the one who did The Monkey. He's the one who did Keeper. He also did Cuckoo.
Oh my God.
I'm not obsessed with him, and I am starting to be like, dude, hey, maybe make less movies in a year, but is what it is. I enjoyed it. And then I'll end on 42. 42 is this is it. This is the one I've been telling you about. This is The Threshold.
Oh, nice.
This, every time I went to put a movie and I didn't know.
Okay.
And I didn't know, I was like, it wasn't top and it wasn't bottom because those I knew. But when it was in the middle, I would get to this movie and I'd be like, did I enjoy this franchise film better than this original film? And I'd go, no. Because this movie ultimately was an original film and it surprised me the most this year. This one is my number one surprise movie because it also fit into that. I thought it was going to be air quotes original, in which I was like, I've seen this movie 1,000 times before. I was expecting to have a good time. We went with our cousins. It's a horror film. I was excited for a one-time watch, but I figured it'd be like, not much going on. It was going to be kind of pandering, very, guys, look, guess what? I bet it's a white man's the bad guy, Eat the rich, am I right? I thought it was going to be that, but it turned out to be actually fucking clever and funny. It's fucking Hard Eyes.
Yeah.
I loved Hard Eyes.
It's a solid movie.
And Hard Eyes became it's not an amazing movie, but anytime I went to go put kind of like a Tron Ares above it, I was like, no. It was so cheesy. It was so stupid. It had a lot of that like typical Netflix stuff that you're used to seeing. But damn it, if I wasn't laughing and enjoying myself the whole time, and we all left the theater like, wait, did we like that?
Oh yeah, I was very surprised at how much I liked that.
Like my girlfriend dragged her to see that.
Yeah.
She was tired, and she does not like seeing a movie past her bedtime. And I don't think she was excited in the slightest for that film. I was kind of more or less like, let's just see it. Like, I wanted to see it, but, like, I think it's going to be cloying, whatever. Left that theater and went, damn.
Wow. Really enjoyed that
I really enjoyed it. Now, if you said, oh, it's a stupid movie, I've seen it 1,000 times before, I would validate that. But I think it did what it was trying to do extremely well. I think it took itself as serious as it needed to, but also was okay poking fun at itself. But I don't think it rested on it being meta. I think it actually had some clever things to do and say, and it didn't just rest on like, guys, we know what happens in horror films.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it actually did something with that meta-ness. And it more or less did what it needs to do, which is be entertaining. I had a great time.
Fantastic.
It is still pretty low on my list, but that's only because everything above number 42 I just liked a lot more.
Really liked a lot.
Now
And
we're
it's-
getting into the category of like, oh, these are films I fucking liked.
That's fair. Okay, 44 for me. Did you just see it?
No, I didn't.
Okay, 44 for me, Death of a Unicorn. I enjoyed that movie, and I think I was the only one.
Yep.
I really...
In America.
Yeah, apparently. I didn't think it was that bad. I was there to see unicorns, and guess what? They were fucking there, and they were magical. And that's really all I gotta say, you know? I didn't hate anybody's performance of anything. I will say I don't fully remember, because what was this, in February?
Yeah, it was early on.
I can't give you details, but I remember leaving that theater and going, wow, that was enjoyable. And you were like, oh my God. And then your sibling was like, ah. And I was like, I mean, I can see where y'all are coming from, but also I still just enjoyed it. So that's 44 for me. 43, Love Hurts, which you didn't see. I literally went and saw it just because of Ki Hyo Kwan.
Hopefully we're saying that name right, but
Yeah.
he's fucking awesome.
I enjoyed it. It was very cute, but I wasn't necessarily in a mode where I'm like, oh, Josiah needs to see that. I was just
Nah,
kind of
I
like,
don't think
that was cute. If he had been here, he would have enjoyed it. I wouldn't necessarily say go see it.
Yeah.
For you specifically, but if it looks like a movie that you would enjoy, you would probably enjoy it. So go watch it. I'm not big on the John Wick type or the
me either.
like I'm gonna go beat some people up now, but I liked what he brought to it, which was this tenderness.
Yeah.
And
Aw.
it wasn't the grizzled guy who's like, I just want to be left alone. Oh, you brought me out. Now I gotta kill all these people. He was like, hey, I'm a realtor now, and I'm just trying to build my nice little business. And then they fucked with him, and he's like, just let me build my fucking business. I'm back.
You're making me want to watch this movie that I know is not good because I heard it was like chopped up and
Yeah, it
but
was-
I'm like, I want to see it just for that guy.
I was like, there was things that didn't make sense, but I was like, you brought a heart to it that I really enjoyed.
Aw.
42, Naked Gun. Good laughs, a little bit. Took itself a little more seriously than I thought it would.
Yep.
I'm also not huge on slapstick comedy, but there was some funny stuff in there. Loved seeing Pamela Anderson get to come back.
She was
and co-lead in
great.
something. So that
she was
fun.
funny.
And I would watch that again. 41, for me, Conjuring Last Rites.
Wow, you had it higher up than I did.
Yeah.
But you also saw less movies than I did.
Yes. It's high because it was done well. It's done just like every other one. So I'm like, it's good because it delivers on what it is. It's a fucking Conjuring movie. So if you were going in to watch a Conjuring movie, you're going to get exactly what you want. It's awesome. If I'm watching a Conjuring marathon, I will watch that with it. But it's just the exact same thing as every other Conjuring movie. I was like, beat for beat, point for point, it was the same movie. Outside of maybe some of their personal life stuff that was going on at the same time. So it's just kind of like, cool, I've seen this 4 times.
This is the scariest one,
Yeah,
Benji.
so it was just, it's in that place of, yeah, cool, I got what I expected, but I wanted something different.
Now, this one is solidified for me, but it's an honorable mention at some point from Benji. We don't support Good Genes, but it's The Housemaid with Amanda Seyfried
I
and
left it in my list.
Good Genes, fucking Sydney Sweeney.
was
Boo.
a whole thing.
What the hell? Now, I got a ticket to see it. You can judge me as you will. Again, I'm a reviewer.
I got a ticket to Wicked and I might have stumbled in to this other movie.
That was I liked it. Benji's little, what is that called? What is that?
my micro protest. Or
Yeah,
something
micro
like that.
protest was he still saw The Housemaid because again, fundamentally the movie itself
I
is
really
not
wanted to see Amanda Seyfried and like
the movie itself is not like at its core rotten. It's not like
And it's
I
right-
snuck in to see Mein Kampf. It's like what?
No, it was right up my alley. I love obsession type movies, which is what it was marketed as. It wasn't though, but I love that kind of genre of movie, and I was so ready to see it. And then the stuff really kept going with the Good Genes drama.
Yeah,
that I was
no.
just like, I personally don't feel like I can really support her right now.
And so that was the stance Benji took.
So I supported a black woman instead.
Yeah,
and
no-
my favorite artist.
No points. Again, discussion to be had. Again, as a reviewer, like I wouldn't talk about it or support it.
Yeah.
And this is me talking. I was like, you don't. I would also say I loved Amanda Seyfried.
So great.
In it. She
She
was
was really
awesome.
good in it.
Best part of the movie. I don't think the movie, and I won't spoil it, I don't think the movie works for someone like me because I don't watch the genre of movie it was trying to lead you to believe it was. And so therefore, I was already removed from it enough to kind of go, I think I kind of know where this might go. And so the way that it unfolds was not a surprise to me because I wasn't in it, because I wasn't duped by it. So there were signs early on that I think if you are into the genre of film that it is to begin with, you're going to be caught off guard. And from what I know about the book, I think it probably slaps as a book. I think it's one of those that's like, it's so much harder to see coming. I would definitely recommend don't support good genes. Read the book because I think as great as Amanda Seyfried is, I think the book is just going to hit harder.
There were things that were in the front that I like after watching. I was like, yeah, I did notice those things in the moment, but I was kind of on the trajectory in my head of what I thought was going on or what I thought the point of the movie was.
It was more for your audience and you weren't going to question.
Yeah, and there were certain things that distracted me from the point, and if you've seen it...
That was the thing too. I was like, I don't find this man hot whatsoever, so I am not distracted. I'm looking at this movie of all points.
Very distracted. So yes, I was like, they knew what they were doing.
Benji got dickmatized.
And I didn't even get any dick.
Wah, wah.
40 for me is Mickey 17. I already said what I thought about it. It was cute. I enjoyed it.
Cool. I'm going to rattle off a few and then you can just take your time with the next few. Because these all kind of more or less fall in the same category for me. This is my cluster of animated films.
Fair.
They all more or less feel the same to me. They're all equally good, but they're all ones that I don't see myself actively rewatching. And I feel kind of bad about that for... honestly, all of them, but mainly two of them. So at 39, we have Elio. That was the Pixar film.
I didn't see that one.
Cute film. Liked it. Definitely shouldn't have fucked with it. He was originally probably supposed to be gay. And it's very clear that there was subtext there that was removed. Ooh. And I think it would have hit harder had, you know, the original director and the original vision kind of stayed on. So, yeah. Those are your losses, Pixar. 38, a big surprise for me. Freaking K-pop Demon Hunter. I loved that movie. That was a lot of fun. And it's like, it's 38 on this list because I watched 37 better films for me personally. But it was a really solid movie. I really enjoyed it. I had a blast with that reaction.
Yeah.
That was so much fun, and I cannot wait to see more from that series. 37 for me was The Day the Earth Blew Up. That was the Daffy Duck, Porky Pig animated film. I think technically that came out the year prior, but then through like distribution, it got like picked up.
Production hell.
It was originally a Warner Brothers film, but Warner Brothers has been gutting its animation, and so it got picked up by another production company. So it got like maybe a limited release last year, but official release this year. Good movie, funny, slapstick. It's absolutely a long version of a Looney Tunes cartoon, and so that is both its strength and its pitfall. For its strength, it is a long version of a Looney Tunes cartoon, and it has some of the funniest fucking gags I've seen in a movie this year. Oh. There was one that had the whole audience dying. It was so clever. Oh. But then again, it is like an hour and a half of a Looney Tunes like nonstop cartoon. And after a while, you're kind of like, oh my God, I need a little bit more substance. Like, this is good, but it's
all icing.
It's all icing. And I did really like it. It was great to see a 2D animated film. Mm-hmm. Love the voice cast, love the energy. So much fun. But yeah, after a while, I was kind of like, ooh, oh my God, I need a breather.
Nice.
That was 37 for me. 36. Take it away, buddy. Or I guess get up to 36 or 37, however you want to do it.
39 for me. Weapons.
Yep, pretty low.
Yeah, it was.
I'll talk about it a little bit, but I want to hear your.
Okay, I don't have a lot to say. It was cool. It was.
Is it lower because they? Spoiler alert! Spoiler! They killed the gay guys.
Yeah. Actually, I should drop it a little lower just for that, for the way that went down. We need like a 5-second spoiler. To let them like feel like, okay, tune out for 5 seconds, come back in. Yeah. 5, 4, 3. Anyways, I think it was well done. I think there were things that could have been changed around, things that could have been different. I think that I think there are things that could have been done differently by the characters. Ultimately, though, it was original. It was interesting. I kind of deduced where it was going early on, but they did hint at it. So yeah, but I don't know. It was interesting, and it was its thing. It was its own thing. So it's not high on the list. I'm not big on psychological thriller horror, anyways, and also it just wasn't something mind blowing for me. But it's higher because it was good.
Yeah,
it was a watch, and it was something to talk about for sure.
Yes.
Number 38, Frankenstein. I was disappointed by it. I was kind of left wanting at the end of it. I felt like there was not like a pacing issue, but like an issue of what were we here for? What did we watch? Because it kind of felt like almost nothing happened if you really evaluate it and think about it. So I was kind of just like, okay, like when it ended, literally you, me, and your girlfriend all watched it together, and all three of us were kind of like, oh. Because essentially nothing happens. It's all just flashback on where he came from. And I think that was the main thing, is the way that they structured it is you start in the middle of the action. A lot of things do that. That's fine. Catch the audience.
Then media res.
Then you went back, and you follow for 2/3 of the movie what got us there.
Right.
And then you get like a 15-minute end to the movie, and then it's over. And I was like, I would have actually rathered you just start me at the beginning and just take me through the whole thing and end where it ended. I just feel like that trajectory would have been better for me personally. Maybe other people don't feel that way, but I think that's kind of where my issue was. By the time we got back to what was happening and we were like, oh my gosh, it was just kind of like, oh yeah, anyways, we're done. And I was just kind of like, oh yeah, there was nothing more. It's like what I feel about those TikToks, the ones that you think are funny, where something crazy happens in a video
for a quick second.
So they play the crazy thing at the end, and then they play the first part of the clip, and then they play the crazy thing at the end, and then they play the second part of the clip. Then they pay, and then they go back, and then they play it, and they go back. And by the time you get to the crazy thing, you've seen the crazy thing like 8 times, and then you're like, okay, but what happens after the crazy thing? And then you get like another second afterwards, and then the video's over, and you're just kind of like, wow, I saw the most interesting part at the front.
That's a great way of putting it.
So that's kind of how I feel about it. I'd rather you just amp me up to that rather than show it to me and then give me an hour lead up.
Don't edge me.
And then end it. Yeah. 37, Bring Her Back. Solid, scary movie that I would watch again between my fingers, because I would have to show other people. I want to watch that with other people.
Wow.
That was wild.
That was so good.
I would love to watch that with your sibling. I would love to find anybody else who likes horror and make them watch it.
You're like, if I had to,
if I had to watch it, you're watching it.
You're the human version of fucking It Follows. You're like, it's on me, and I gotta pass it on.
I gotta give it to someone else.
That's great. I love that. I like that. That's higher than I was expecting.
Yeah, it was fun. Not my family. It's way too demonic for them.
That is extremely demonic.
They would never watch that. But anybody else that watches like horror. And then 36 for me was Presents. I put that pretty high because I thought it was interesting. It was original. I enjoyed just being an actual like somber movie rather than being this horror like, oh, what's in the house? It's like, we're what's in the house. And what do we want? We're trying to figure out. And then when you figure it out, you're like, oh my God, oh. And so I thought it was interesting and original. So
I definitely did a disservice putting it low, but ultimately I was like, I just don't see myself wanting to rewatch it. But technical feat, it is a very well executed film.
Yeah. I'd watch it again just to get that kind of like, oh, so then this was this and that was that. Kind of
if you and a group wanted to watch it again, I would watch it again.
Absolutely. And I'd be happy about it. That's kind of where I'm at with it. I might not put it on again myself, but if anybody wanted to watch it, I'd be like, yes, I actually need to watch this again. Go.
Now, I want to put a little bit of an asterisk on this because Benji and I kind of crammed in a few movies yesterday. It was really good technically. I enjoyed it. It's pretty high on my list because I think I would rewatch and I'd recommend it. I still was kind of on my phone, and I don't like to technically
fully
say
judge something
I reviewed a film while I was on my phone. That being said, even when I was on my phone, I could tell this was a good movie and I was enjoying it. But it's The Legend of Ochi.
Oh, okay.
I did really like it visually. Scrumptious. I think it might be lower if I was actually reviewing it. If I was like actively following it, because there were some aspects where I was like, I don't know if I feel like these characters are as deep as they need to be, but I wouldn't know. I'm scrolling on TikTok right now. But I'm putting it high up because ultimately I do put it above a lot of the wait. Oh, I passed a movie.
What'd you pass?
Oh shit. Well, I'll finish this. For 36, The Legend of Ochi. Yes, I liked it. I think it was beautiful. I recommend it, especially to families. I think it was a great film. I love what they accomplished with the animatronics.
Nice.
Holy shit. Number 40 was The Monkey.
Oh, okay.
But
That's fine.
but you have it higher
it's
up.
a little higher for me.
So I'm glad. I can't believe I missed it.
That's funny.
Yeah, The Monkey. So The Monkey was number 40. I liked The Monkey more than Housemaid. I liked Elio more than The Monkey. Okay. But I liked The Legend of Ochi more than all of them. So that's number 36. Okay, Benji.
Okay. 35. Clown in a Cornfield. That was a fun movie.
That was a fun movie.
I enjoyed that. There was definitely points that we laughed at. There was definitely things we were quoting for a while, and I can't remember what we were quoting. But it was just a fun, like you said, almost Netflix style kind of horror slasher movie. And it gave me a new actress that I recognize.
I don't know her
Which
name
is,
yet.
Clown in a Cornfield girl. And we have a running joke now. That we're like, I gotta get back to the cornfield.
Ginny and Georgia season 3, our reaction to that, we are definitely just making that joke. It's stupid.
34, Mission Impossible, Final Reckoning.
Whoa. Not far off from my ranking.
Really? Okay. Yeah. It was good. It was a Mission Impossible. A lot of things came together. I knew I was watching something special, but Mission Impossible is not a big thing for me. I enjoyed it. I think it was done well. You've gotten me into them fairly well because you've made me watch all of them leading up to the ones that
just
have been coming out in the last few years. But I don't have a super in-depth thing to say about it.
I'll get there.
Well done horror, well done action, and good for them. 33, How to Train Your Dragon. The remake, obviously. I would watch it again. It's a solid one. The original is a solid movie. The new one's a solid movie. It's the exact same movie. So it's on the list because it's like good, whatever. And 32, Bride Hard. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I would rewatch that before How to Train Your Dragon, but I also rewatched How to Train Your Dragon because it's How to Train Your Dragon. It's the same damn movie.
Number 35 for me, you clearly have it higher up. It's Freakier Friday. Fun movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again,
great movie.
we're in the category now where it's like, I liked these movies.
Yeah.
This one's going to hurt you.
Oh, no.
Number 34 for me. I did technically like it more than Freakier Friday.
Is it Wicked?
It's Wicked for good. Sorry, man.
So low. Oy.
And this one might hurt you too. But I felt I was kind of back and forth on these because I did enjoy them. I had a blast watching them with you in theaters. And it's number 33 on my list, and that's Superman. Now, I won't go too long because I know you probably have it higher up. I liked it. But out of all the films that come after, it's number 33.
Yeah. It's hard when it's like, I like all of these movies, but they're just, this is the ranking.
And ultimately, I do not see myself rewatching it as much as I think the film thinks it sees me rewatching it.
Okay. I think that made sense.
Yeah. I stand by that, but I don't know if I said it right.
Oh, yeah. No, you said it right.
Number 32, you just talked about it. I feel kind of the same way. Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning.
That's funny.
I hated Dead Reckoning Part 1. I did not like it. There was some action sequences I enjoyed in it, but ultimately I was like, this is a grayish, ugly looking slog and a script that was stretched out over 2 movies, and I can't believe I have to wait for a second movie. This movie was trash. Final Reckoning clearly understood that and still didn't know what to do with it. But you know what? It tried its damnedest, and you know what? I got my girlfriend to come see it, and she was like, will I have had to see the previous movies? And I was like, I don't actually fucking know. Normally I would say no, you could just watch them as is, but this last
is part 1 and 2.
And you know what it said? Nobody saw our last movie.
That's
so
right.
we're gonna make the first hour of this a goddamn trailer for it. And you know what? Normally I would say that's a fault. Normally, I would trash this movie for being the cobbled together Frankenstein's monster that it is. And yet, we had a fucking blast in the theater.
We had a fun time with that movie.
We had so much fun with it. And I will say this when it got to actual action set pieces, so good. Like him navigating the sub underwater, but then like the water's like flowing from side to side. Yeah. So just like you're holding your breath. Still do not like it as a Mission Impossible movie. I think it's like, it's got to be in the bottom. It's just not a good one. It's not engaging the way the original ones were. However, and this is not enough to save a movie, but I need Hollywood studios to understand this. When Tramell Tillman came on screen, woo! Ooh, the theater shouted. You need to know his name by now.
Sorry.
It's Mr. Milchick from Severance.
Oh, yeah, we did. We're like, hey.
And he said, you must be out of your mind.
You must be Captain Bledsoe.
And you must be out of your mind.
Must be out of your mind.
Everyone, I mean, we already were cheering when he showed up on screen. We're
yeah.
like, it's Mr. Milchick.
Like, woo.
And then he had the audacity to do a line reading that good.
So good.
I was
So
like,
good.
I'd have watched a Mission Impossible movie with just this guy.
Yeah. Maybe they'll pass the torch to him.
Okay, I'm going to skip through these next ones to get to one that you haven't talked about yet, and I need to preface it before you talk about it so you're not blindsided. Number 31, Eddington, Walking Phoenix. Ari Aster, I hate your films, but I kind of like them. I don't know how I feel about this movie. I don't have much to say. Too many people of color died in it, and I don't know what you're trying to say with it, but also technically it was a very well done movie, but I think I hate it, but also I kind of like it. I don't know. Get back to me on that one.
Like that should be lower. I feel like you didn't know what you felt about that.
I don't, but it was also kind of an interesting watch, I think. Number 30, preface. I don't think either of us really officially knew the full length of this director going into it, but Good Fortune, which I did really like, and Aziz Ansari, he was one of those Me Too people that got canceled and then came back and apologized. And as I was watching Sorry Baby, which ranks higher on my list, I was like, I need to reread. And there's just, it's in this weird area where I stand by every single woman that says I'm canceling him. Mm-hmm. That's just a real life thing that I wish I would have like really researched and read going into it, because I thought it was one of those like, oh, he was awkward and he apologized for it. But now I'm like, I don't want to justify it. It is what it is. I don't support, kind of blindly ignoring that. And, that's how I feel about supporting this movie. That being said, I actually really liked Good Fortune. I know you have it on your list. Benji and I kind of went in kind of blindly, so we're not going to...
Yeah, I figured. What number are you at?
It's number 30 for me. I will say, had fucking Keanu Reeves doing a great fucking role.
Well, I will say my next one that I was about to do is 32, and it's Good Fortune.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah,
good. Okay.
So, I mean, good that you got there. I don't think I realized, or I guess remembered.
It was one of those things because he apologized and people were like, oh, okay, that's fine. And it was only till I like read an article that actually detailed what happened where it was like, I would never do that. And I would never make a woman feel that uncomfortable. And you kept pushing and maybe no one had ever called you out before, but how many times did it go past that? I don't fucking know. It's just one of those things.
They're one of those like legally not like can't do anything about it.
It's
but
so weird. It's
morally,
hard to explain.
You're wrong.
Aziz Ansari, do better.
Yeah. I just enjoyed the stupidity of Keanu Reeves' Angel going, oh, you say you want money, and then giving him the life of somebody who has all the money in the world and being all like, yeah, you're not gonna like it. And he just is like, no, this is fucking awesome. And it'd be like, oh, really? Just being like, yeah, you idiot. Like, I like that the premise of the entire movie is calling out the stupidity of people being like, money doesn't buy happiness. Like,
yeah,
yes,
it fucking does.
Because it buys peace of mind, which gets you towards happiness. Like, you can buy a lot of things that make you happy.
Yeah.
I understand the theoretical premise of you can't physically buy happiness, but you can buy things that make you fucking happy.
You can buy healthcare.
Like,
you can feed families.
Healthy is happy. Keeping yourself healthy, keeping your friends and family healthy and fed and sheltered, keeping yourself healthy and fed and sheltered, helping other people, having the things that you want, not having to worry about different things. Like, that buys happiness.
And I can't remember exactly, but Keke Palmer, she said something along the lines of, I understand, I acknowledge that my happiness has actually been bought. So we're not going to buy into that lie that money doesn't solve things, so we can ignore it just so like people in a studio can make a movie about how poor people are actually better, really. But reality is they're making money off of this. So no, it had her say like, I just don't know how I can live this life when I know there's people below me. And it was something along those lines that I was like, ooh,
yeah,
that hit really well. And in a way that I think balanced it, because it was like, I'm not going to side with the angel being like, oh, go back to your shit life and living in your car.
Yeah.
But it had kind of a practicality to it where it's like, the angels were fucking useless because they can't apparently save anybody. But the real world implications that they kind of left the film on, I did appreciate. So
Part of her conversation was like, he was like, oh, why wouldn't you leave or find a new job? And she's like, why should I have to, basically?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Why would I'm going to fight for what I should get here and not leave people behind.
yes,
31 for me was Legend of Ochi. Cute little guy.
cute little guy.
Cute little guy.
Cute
And
little guy
that's-
with a cute little fur.
Cute little guy. He was the combination of every cute little guy we've had. He was Mogwai Gizmo meets obviously the child, whatever his name, Grogu.
I want to touch the child.
From
Oh, wait, maybe he doesn't say like.
the little baby Yoda meets a Furby meets my Chihuahua. Like, it was just every cute thing all put into one, and I was very happy for him. And it was a cute story.
Yes.
Also, it was well done. It was pretty.
It was
You
very
said it was
gorgeous.
very
Oh,
pretty.
God.
And I think it had a good message. Again, I was organizing my list at the time, so I didn't get to get super into it, but I did enjoy it. I would absolutely watch it again. And that thing was adorable.
It's high on your
and
list.
I wish that they sold them in the stores. Next for me, 30, Bad Guys 2.
Hell yeah.
Fun movie.
Love that movie.
Really enjoyed it. You're going to talk about it more, so I'll leave it basically at that. But we enjoyed the first one. The second one was coming out, and we were like, hell yeah, let's see that.
We
too.
laughed so hard in that theater, and there's a gag towards the end that destroyed my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, and to this day, even now, she's like, "Oh yeah, Bad Guys 2. I want to show my parents that." And I'm like, "That's funny.
That's fun.
That's fun that I can just
I
like
do
hug her like that."
Really enjoy that is like a movie that everyone can enjoy.
It's so good.
It's definitely an all ages movie.
Love me a good animated film. So 29. Oh man, it's your favorite movie of the year, Benji. It was F1. Remember when you saw that movie?
And I said F1 ticket because I'm not going to be there.
Yeah, Benji.
F that ticket.
Benji was adamant about not seeing it. It was a great experience. It was fun. It's such a dad movie. It's such a bring your dad to see it, which is why I brought my girlfriend to go see it. But
Fantastic.
But we had fun with it. Apparently,
Did
exceptional.
you have F fun with it?
Shut up. It's an exceptional movie if you don't know the rules to F1, because I had one of my autistic friends lock in on me and then proceed to explain for the next like 20 to 30 minutes as to why it wasn't working. And let me tell you, I let them do that. You
Like,
know,
please
we don't
tell me.
shade here, but it was so funny. Just like I could see that kind of hyper focus. No, let me explain to you how the F1 does not compare to the actual F1. And I
Yeah.
was like, and as they were talking, I went, I don't know what's happening. I know I just saw the movie yesterday,
don't know
but
any
I
of
already
these
forgot.
terms. Like, I don't know what's happening.
But as an experience in IMAX, I'll give that A1 for F1.
Oh, nice.
28, we just talked about Frankenstein. You know, I like the fact that you explained it the way you did, because I think that I actually moved it. It was a little bit higher up. And as you were talking, I went, that's right. That's how I felt about it.
Oh, cool.
I do like it. And I want to put an asterisk on it. And now I wasn't on my phone for that one, technically. But I was helping my girlfriend. We were making like little clay miniatures, and I was in and out of the film. You know, I wanted to originally see it in theaters, didn't get a chance to. So I was watching it streaming. It didn't hook me in. So I was like half watching it. Did still really like it. I tried watching it twice, and the second time once again, I had to deal with something because I had just gotten into a car accident. So I was on my phone filing out a police report. So I didn't watch it the way I needed to watch it to review it. So big asterisk. I think it's still a good movie, but I can't engage with it the same way I normally would as a reviewer. But number 28, Frankenstein, I still think it was exceptionally done. And I did enjoy aspects of it. I love Oscar Isaac. There's so many good things, but by the time it gets to the end, I was like, that was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It feels like it's building
Yeah.
to something huge, and then it just kind of goes. I wish I could spoil it so I could give you the level of, but I won't. Should I?
nah,
Okay.
because I kind of want to move on.
Yeah, move on.
So that
it
was-
was like a one phrase thing. I was like, anyways, go ahead.
Number 27, I really debated where I put this one because it was my favorite big franchise Marvel superhero movie this year. But there's just much better movies that came out, and ultimately I loved it. I would say like, an 8 out of 10, but there's still parts of it that are just too Marvel-y for me, and I can't even explain it. And it's always been the case since Iron Man. But I did really enjoy Thunderbolts. I liked the somberness of it. I think it got the wonder of the world a lot better. There were some contrivances in getting the story going, but it had one of the most holy shit moments I've had in a theater.
Yeah.
It kind of undoes it, but I got to see it twice and hear a whole audience both times go, oh, and fuck if it wasn't worth it for that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should watch it a second time, but
It was good though. It was really good. I really liked it. But everything after this point is kind of like an actual original film for the most part.
Okay.
And if it's not, then there's a more personal reason for it being higher.
Nice. 29, Snow White. Enjoyed it. Classic Disney film.
29.
Classic Disney film done in a classic way. I do enjoy Rachel Zegler. She's a great singer.
I like her.
She's a good performer. And it's kind of comforty in the way I would throw that on and just let it play.
Disgusting.
More so than the original. I'm sorry. I've always hated the original Snow White, and I would watch this one over that one. I apologize. I know.
Woo! He's getting spicy.
28, Captain America: Brave New World.
Oh, you had that really high.
Yeah, it's pretty high. I remembered enjoying it a lot.
Yeah.
I can't say specifically why. I enjoy that we passed the torch. I enjoy that we're keeping the Captain America going.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree that he needs to take the damn serum.
Take the damn serum,
Just
sir.
take it. I understand it's a moral quandary, but you're gonna die. His little friend, his partner was really hot. That's always fun.
Okay, all right. I'm seeing what's
Some
going
good
on here.
eye candy in that movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I liked seeing classic black Captain America. I was gonna say Iron Man. 27, Companion. I enjoyed the ending of that movie. I enjoyed the process. They in the trailers revealed that she's a robot.
Oh my
And
God, I forgot the trailers.
We were the only two people that did know that, and I was like, well, yeah, but they spent the first 15 minutes trying to make you think she wasn't, and I was like, but y'all already showed it in the trailer, so why are you?
What are you talking about? Beep boop.
Like, it's like obviously he's doing a robot slur at her, but cute movie, enjoyable watching her kind of gain her autonomy against him, and solid gay couple, very cute.
No.
yes, I know.
It's basically dating a vibrator.
Well, it was a very sweet vibrator that said nice things.
Sure.
And sometimes that's hard to come by in the gay community. 26, Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
That one was one that I wasn't super excited going into it. I was more excited by the time the movie came out.
Uh-huh.
But when it first advertised, I was like, I mean, we've had like 5 Fantastic Fours at this point. So I was kind of like, cool, like I'm excited to see it. The casting wasn't really blowing me away. I was like, Pedro Pascal, I feel like is a good Reed Richards, but
I didn't like him as Reed Richards.
That's fair.
I am not over Pedro Pascal. I love that guy.
Yeah.
Love that motherfucker.
No, I like him. I think that's the main reason why I saw it. It was cool to watch something in a different setting.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, no, they didn't do a good job making any of them feel like individual. Like their powers were barely used.
Yeah. Yeah. I felt like I had something in that realm
They were
too.
they were so embarrassed of his stretchy powers.
Yeah.
They used it like 1 or 2 or 3 times. I was just like, bro, really?
Yeah, make him stretch. There was a couple times that I was like to the thing, and I was like, wait, what? Hear me out.
To the thing? Oh, I can see that. I love that actor.
There was a couple times. The one time, I forget when it was, but when he had like the turtleneck sweater on.
Oh, no, he's great.
And I was kind of like, oh, chill,
Evan Moss
man.
Bacharach, a cousin.
Yeah, I liked the resolution. I thought it was annoying and dumb that I was like, really, this is how it ends? After all of this is what happens. But then I also, on the other hand, was like, hell yeah, take care of it yourself. Like, I'm not going to ruin
I forgot that half of their plot from the smartest guy on the planet was like, I guess we could just take a planet and move solar systems. I was like, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Bad
down
idea.
on the list.
Bad idea.
That's down on my list.
Down on the list. I'll wait right here at 26.
At 26? Yeah. Okay. My 26, I'm so sorry it's so low because I actually like it a lot. But it's Eternity.
Okay, fun.
I think Eternity is a solid movie.
Mm-hmm.
Solid.
It gives movie. It's the most movie of movies.
It's like it's well put together. I don't really have nitpicks, but it's also not like exceptional. It's just like, yeah, you did that very well, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
That was the premise. Good.
Good.
It was a lot funnier than I was expecting it to be. I don't like the rules of that afterlife, but you got to do what you got to do for a movie. I wish the ending could have been surprised me more. It's one of those movies that sells itself on the premise, and the antithesis of all the movies I put down on my list because I'm like, you sold me on one movie and you didn't give it to me. This was exactly. It was like, do you want a love triangle in the afterlife? And it gave it to me in spades.
Yeah,
and I was
absolutely.
like, I think you could have technically. I think a movie that was wanting to be a little bit more daring could have done more with that premise.
Yeah.
But solid movie based on a premise. And I got the premise from the trailers, and I laughed at it, and I had fun. Number 25, you didn't see. This was a based on a book. Austin Butler, Caught Stealing. Another solid, a lot darker than the trailers would lead you to believe. But again, solid movie. I don't have nitpicks about it, but I also don't have really glowing praise about it. It's not like one of those where I'm like, oh, you got to see this. I'm just like, oh, if you do see it, solid movie. Number 24 for me was also The Bad Guys 2. Fucking yes. I love that. That movie's so good. What are you looking at?
Is that the movie?
Just always down. You're always down on your phone.
I'm adding this to my list of things that I still need to see.
Jeez.
Are you freaking out?
I don't know. Look at
Talk
me.
about your...
Look at me.
Wow. She needs to be looked at.
Sometimes.
That's why she has a gay friend.
Oh my
she
God.
likes affirmation.
Got it.
Eyes on her.
Number 23, and I'll stop here because the next one I have a little bit more to say about.
Okay.
Number 23 is Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. I count it as an original film this year, even though technically he had edited it together, and I think it came out in 2012, but this is the first time it's officially released. It's a new movie. I had never seen this version before. Got rid of some scenes, added some scenes, made color to some scenes, had a new editor, had new music, and making it lower down on the list, had a fucking Fortnite scene at the end, which I'm not fundamentally against Fortnite. Like I said, I laugh at 6-7. I don't just hate things that kids hate. But for me, especially around the time when Quentin Tarantino is blowing smoke up his own ass about how Paul Dano ruined a movie and I think I'm such an amazing director. I can't possibly sully my films by making a 10th movie. Directors get worse in their old age and I just love the sound of my own voice so much. But then he was like, but I also want to make Fortnite was the best way to make this film. It's essential to the story of the bride. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. That was a terrible thing. I didn't like seeing it. It was annoying. I get it. It was at the end. It's not fundamentally or morally bankrupt. He got paid. That's fuck you money I would take, okay? Look, I'm not going to take homophobic fuck you money, but I'll take fuck you money where it's like, yeah, fuck you. I filmed my movie in Fortnite. Yeah, is it a little bit morally bankrupt? Sure. I don't give a fuck.
It's a cash grab.
It's a cash grab, and I'll take it. So I guess I understand.
Cash grab is always fair. Okay, 25 for me was Mountainhead.
Oh, wow. You had that really high up.
Really high.
I wish I just remembered it.
It was high. I don't remember exactly everything, obviously, but I did end up watching it twice.
You watched it last night or something?
No, because I watched it, and then the next night you came over, and I was like...
Oh, that's right.
I was like, this one was actually really good. Or no, you were like...
watched it before me?
I sure did. Yeah, because you're not good at that because you don't actually have a reason to be mad.
I don't care. Care if people
but
watch
yeah, you
movies
came by and you
before
were like, oh, I was thinking about watching this, and I was like, I just watched it last night, but actually you could throw it on again. I think it's a good vibe.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed the vibe to it. I think it was kind of fun and ridiculous watching them be ridiculous.
Yeah.
I also think the shitty billionaire is hot.
Oh, yeah. Of course you do.
He's a very handsome man.
Of course you fucking do. You love Jason Schwartzman.
Yeah, no, totally. That's the
Wait,
one.
who are the guys in it? It's the guy who played Chevy Chase in the movie we liked last year, Saturday Night. It's Jason Schwartzman.
Rami Youssef.
Rami! God damn it. Loved him. And then who was the fourth guy?
Steve.
How did I forget
Carell.
Steve Carell?
Honestly, I was like, I know there was an older
How did
guy
I forget
there,
Steve
but I can't.
Carell?
I was thinking of Chevy Chase, and I was like, it wasn't Chevy Chase.
No, so the young hot billionaire played Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
And he also played, I think, the Riddler in the Gotham series. Okay.
Oh, fine.
Fun movie. I did. It was good vibes. Honestly, I could throw it on even as we leave here.
I was literally as I was
Do we gotta move it higher up?
Yeah, we might. Because as I was making the list, I kept being all like Mountainhead. I was like, I kind of watch that right now.
It's absolutely, it does its job well. It's a great background movie that you find yourself going, wait, what's
kind
happening?
of watching. It's one of those ones that you put on to clean the house.
Yeah.
But then you end up standing there like a dad just watching it.
Yes.
I don't know. It's a good atmosphere movie if you need something to kind of throw on while you're sitting at home, but you might end up paying attention to it.
That's so funny. That is so funny. I feel bad that it's so low now, but I just hadn't watched it more than once.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going.
24 Thunderbolts for me.
Good movie.
Solid. Really liked what it came to about kind of family and found family.
Yes.
That ended up being really powerful. Almost teared up in the theater about it, but I was like, girl, get over it.
No, it was so good. Honestly,
yeah.
it's underneath things that I think are technically better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Caught Stealing, I don't like Caught Stealing more than I would rewatch Thunderbolts more than I would rewatch Caught Stealing. But I technically think Caught Stealing was a better movie. All together came around better.
Overall.
It's so hard to explain. Like that we're in that area where I'm like,
I rewatched the Thunderbolts. It was enjoyable, and I do enjoy Marvel. I know we're all getting there is a Marvel exhaustion. There's certain things that I'm like, I don't need to see that, but I do really like their pace and the way that they structure things with action, heartfelt, and jokes. Like I think it's still a good balance.
Don't show me your thing.
Don't look.
I'm not trying.
23 for me was The Running Man. That might just be on Glenn Powell's back. And by back, I mean his backside.
It has to be. He's good in it. But that movie takes a weird turn towards the end where I was like, we're adding a character. We're going this. What is happening? This movie's boring.
But I think it delivered on exactly what it was supposed to. It felt like those dystopian future worlds, but it was watchable. I think Glenn Powell is just watchable. Like he's fun to watch. He's attractive in an interesting way. He's too identifiable to sneak around in disguise like he was doing for the entire, entire movie. He kept throwing on disguises.
So many.
And being like, oh, now nobody notices me. And I'm like, dude, your jawline is unmistakable. Like, it's just so pronounced. Whether I'm attracted to him or not, if somebody walked in with a jawline that's as wide as their shoulders, I'd be like, who is that human being?
But to be fair... he's taking over the role from the original guy, which was Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
So clearly, being like standing in is not something they're trying to do. All right. This was a film that I really loved. I was so excited for. I did see it 3 times, and I think the third time was one time too many. But the first time was a blast, and that is Jurassic World Rebirth.
Damn, that's low.
I know, but everything else is just that much better. I got exactly what I wanted from Jurassic World Rebirth. That's really all I can say. I know I did a whole review on my own channel. Some people were like, nah, it's shit. Don't like. It is what it is. I got what I wanted. I wanted to see dinosaurs fight, and I didn't want to see Chris Pratt. Thank God. I wanted to see dinosaurs be animals, and I didn't want to see Chris Pratt. Didn't want to see Chris Pratt. Right. So I got that. It was fun. Good score. Great time. 40X. Awesome way to watch a movie.
That was a lot of fun.
So I had a blast. It was one of my favorite experiences. All right. That is 22. You're at 20. Where are you at?
I'm at 22.
Okay. You're at 22 too?
Yeah. Can I hop?
Do what you got to do.
A little bit. Just, so I can get a few first time talks in. 22 for me was The Roses.
Oh, that's number 21 for me. Hey,
look at us. I really enjoyed that a lot.
Yes, same.
Thought that was a really fun movie. I thought your woman, your actress that you love, Olivia Colman,
fucking love her,
brought a fantastic energy to that, which she always does. Like even The Favorite, look at me, how dare you? And also, Bumblebee Cucumber was fantastic.
Bumblebee Cucumber.
He was also good. The kids in that were very funny because they were there just for like a little bit of drama towards the beginning, middle, and then they just kind of got rid of them at the end.
Oh yeah, very much so.
I knew from obviously the trailer, I think we were both just like, yeah, that looks like a good up our alley type of movie.
It was exactly what I wanted from it, and it did it well. Didn't you have another one? That was number 22 for you?
Yeah, I thought you might have more to say.
Oh no, I liked it. I didn't have much to say, but I fucking enjoyed it.
Okay.
Great.
Nice.
That was my 21, by the way.
My 21 is The Other Wicked, The Housemaid. I enjoyed it.
Why did you call it The Other Wicked?
Because I saw Wicked.
I was like, I don't understand.
Oof. If I could support it, I probably would have put it higher. And if you want to see it, you should. If you want to pay for it, that's up to you.
Or if you want to yo ho ho and a bottle of rum it.
Yar har me mateys.
We wouldn't whatever. Say no.
So yeah, whatever your moral stance on it is, do that. But
we wear normal jeans, not good jeans.
Exactly. And that's that for me. And then 20.
Okay, 20. Here we go. Here's the big top 20.
Okay, top 20.
I'm gonna piss some people off with my number 20.
Interesting.
And I have thoughts about it, especially in relation to another movie that is a little higher up in my top 20.
Interesting.
But number 20 for me is going to be One Battle After Another. Now, here's the thing. This top 20, these are all fucking bangers. One Battle After Another is an exceptionally well-made movie. I really enjoyed it. I don't want to be in this middle ground of talking about something that I really have no right to be talking about. I'll just say I wasn't the only one uncomfortable with its portrayal of black women. I understand the director is married to Maya Rudolph and she signed off on it. Sure, great. However, that being said, I wish you would have seen it because it was still a great movie in IMAX. Benicio del Toro, he plays Sensei. He is essentially, he's like...
Is he related to Guillermo?
No.
Go ahead.
No. I don't think so. I think it's just a common last name. He plays kind of the Mexican father of this like community. And there's a moment halfway through the film. It's so well done when things are kind of going ape shit and these almost retired revolutionaries are trying to get back into connection with each other. And they're kind of like running around like with their heads cut off. But Sensei, he has this ecosystem and this like clockwork system going with, of course, all the Hispanic people. And especially in today's age with everything that's going on this year, it was so refreshing to just see a level-headed, cool person whose very existence was based in community and just being there and just level-headed community, like, hey, oh, you're doing a good job, let's get over here, we got to get this done, like, oh, so-and-so, have you met so-and-so, oh, these people, that, like, in the middle of the thick of it, like, chaos is going on, and he's just casually introducing people, casually supporting people, making sure everyone's in the place that they need to be. It was like, that was the one part I felt like, oh, they did this right. That is what real revolution is a lot of times. It's really just having a community. It doesn't need to be based around violence. It's based around supporting people, making sure everyone is safe when they need to be, having escape plans, having backup plans, and just being there as an emotional support. Fucking loved his character. He was the best part about that movie, and I wanted to watch an entire movie with him. It was a clear case of it's a great movie. I am not going to demonize it just because it's a white guy. I'm not that reviewer. And in a movie, in a world where things aren't pitted against each other, I guess we're taking part of that, where a movie like that isn't like, oh, it's so much better than Sinners, I wouldn't probably get mad at it. I would be like, yes, One Battle After Another was an awesome film this year. I fucking loved it. I did like Leonardo DiCaprio in it. I loved Chase Infinity in it. I liked Tiana Taylor in it. I did not like the character she was playing, and I'm not in a way of black people and black women can't be problematic, but in a, that was feeding into the black women are untrustworthy, they're Jezebels, and they just want to have sex all the time. It was very much playing into a caricature that's always existed. So no, I'm not saying I don't like that a black woman can't be problematic. I just was watching it going, not my favorite. Still a very well done movie. It's number 20 for me. There we go.
And it was number off the list for me because I was like, ugh, I don't care enough. I was here to hang out. And the hangout is over, so I'm not going to stick around. And
I will say, when we were in Bali, we met up with my girlfriend's friend, and he had the audacity. And oh my god, she's heard this so much. I'm so sorry, babe. I know you're listening to this. I love your friend too. So sweet. But we got into a big like a heated discussion because he had just seen One Battle After Another, and he was like, "Oh, it was so good, the best movie of the year." And he was like, "I didn't like Sinners. It was overwrought." I screenshotted a shot. Overwrought. The term overwrought in film criticism. A film's style, narrative, and emotional expression is excessively elaborate, exaggerated, and overdone. I'm sorry, you didn't get to see this. But the movie with the white club of people who are in a St. Nicholas club and say, "Hail St. Nick" to each other because they're in the Father Christmas club. And a guy who's walking around being like, "I love black women, and I'm trying to get rid of my black daughter, and we're just all a bunch of dumb white guys, and we're like, oh man, racism's so dumb." But Sinners is overwrought?
Okay. I unfortunately couldn't support you because I didn't see it. Don't look at that.
I was mad. You left because I was like, I want to rant about that with Benji. Anyway.
20 for me was The Long Walk.
Ooh, good movie.
Very good movie. Very emotional movie.
Yes.
Main reason I wouldn't watch it again is just because it was very emotional, very long. I would watch it with somebody. I would show it to people. I would recommend it. Fantastic. Very well done. They walked the entire movie. They were just walking and talking. It didn't feel as long as you would think a 2-hour walking and talking movie would feel.
Asterisk in that. Continue with what you're going to say.
Yes, but it did. There was length to it, and there were times where I was like, ugh. But then it was like, I enjoyed it, and I would watch it again with someone. I don't think I'd play it necessarily for myself.
No.
And it is a heavy watch. So it's lower on the list, but quality-wise, it's amazing.
It is higher on my list, but same. I don't think I'll ever rewatch it, but I couldn't put it lower than where it is. I heard a lot of people complain about it, and like even my sibling, who normally we kind of like have the same eye when it comes to films, they didn't like it. They were like, it's boring. And even we were lucky enough to get invited to a early screening for it by the Dead Meat crew, which great, shout out Dead Meat. We love that channel. And even those two, James and Chelsea, which we don't know them
Personally.
we don't know them personally. Just, don't get it twisted. We know people on the Dead Meat crew. But even James and Chelsea, they were like, they had watched it prior to hosting this event, and even they were kind of like, it's okay. But watching it in a theater with a crowd full of people,
Yeah, maybe the energy.
the energy was immaculate. And and like from what I've talked to other people, I think it was just an exceptional theater experience.
Maybe.
When
Maybe
you're
that's
with the
what it
right
is,
people. I think I stand by that it's a good movie. I don't think it's made better, but I think it's made for a group experience. I think it's one of those films that
it's
like
the premise of it is very social.
Yeah.
And individualistic at the same time, but it's social. It's about people coming together even though they're all trying to do something for themselves.
Yeah, I loved it. And I think it's a great movie about the rumination of death and the inevitability of it. I just liked it. I liked it a lot. It would go higher up on my list if I wanted to rewatch it, but it's not on my list yet, so we'll get there. I see why it's a solid number. That's a solid number 20, Benji.
Thank you.
Okay.
19, Friendship.
Oh, that's number 19 for me.
Stop.
Hey!
Nice.
Number 19, Friendship.
Hey, and that's on Friendship.
And that's on Friendship. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm sure it's higher for me just because of the fact that you've made me like Tim Robinson and his fucking weird humor by forcing that show down my throat. Not forcing it, but just playing it so much that I'm quoting it too.
Yep.
I love when he goes over the top and crazy.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Get the fuck out of my garage! Fuck you, you psycho! Who are you?
It was a good long sketch of his show. I think you should leave. And it was fun in a ridiculous, dark comedy, psycho thriller type of way.
I wish I would have liked it more, but it still was original. I had a blast watching it, and I would essentially watch it again.
It was just such cringe, awkward humor.
It's
too.
so hard. It's essentially a horror film in its own right.
It is. In its own way, it is, but not in the classic sense.
All right, so that was your 19. Did you want to do a few more?
The next two, because, you've already talked about them. 18, Drop. Did enjoy that.
No, I didn't talk about that. I passed over it.
Oh, well.
You said you wanted to talk about that.
They did a pretty good job of having you feel the trappedness that she was.
Yeah.
Where it's like you can't really do or say anything. Your kid's in danger. She kind of did what she could do. There was a few things that were like, okay, that's ridiculous. Like, come on. The number one thing being where when she first realizes the kid's in danger and she doesn't immediately get up and start screaming, help, and calling the cops. And then he's like, has time to text her and be like, don't say anything, act normal. Because my ass would have been up immediately. Like, my kid would have gotten killed. But I don't have kids, so.
Well, I always think about that because in scenarios like that, they're expecting you to follow their rules because they need you to follow their rules to get the thing done. But a lot of times it's predicated on the fact that they get to you before your emotions get to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's part of me that's like, if you just went, I call the police and go, it's like they can't even start the beginning process.
They can't start threatening you.
Because again, their goal wasn't to kill the kid. Their goal is to get you
to
trapped.
do what they want you to do.
So if you just bypass them before they even have a chance to, they can't even be mad at you. They're just like, oh man, that's on me.
Damn it. I should have texted faster.
I think that every time we watch a movie with that scenario, I'm like,
I have a camera on your kid. Oh my God. Oh, I'm calling the cops. Somebody help. I have my kids in trouble. My kids in trouble. Hey, cops, police, go to that house right now. Like, and you immediately like hop into action.
So,
which, granted, realistically,
I need you to call the cops again and say, just kidding.
They're at my house, bro.
Oh, fuck.
But it's like some people do freeze in that moment because you have that moment of, wait, is this real? What's happening in process? Yeah.
I'm not criticizing them. I'm just thinking, I'm on your line. I'm like,
there is that part of me that was like, I would probably tell them, don't say anything, don't do anything, and then go, I've got your kid, I'm going to kill him if you move.
Yeah, I don't know. That movie wasn't that entertaining to me. I think I just was kind of like, oh, cool. And I did.
I enjoyed it. It was a good kind of thriller type. I think my family would enjoy that one. That would be a fun group watch. And I enjoyed that. They did make they did make it kind of like, ooh, I feel like I know who it is, but it wasn't.
I didn't guess the ending.
Yeah. Which it was kind of one of those ones that's like, oh, well, it's unguessable because it's like unguessable. There wasn't really much of a hint to it. Yeah. But there kind of was. And then 17 was the monkey for me. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the comedy.
That's a good one.
Mixed in. You piece of shit. He did the hair swipe. He went for a handshake and then he did the hair.
Which is in the movie The Monkey.
Oh.
Remember he does that?
No, I don't remember.
Oh, damn it. You got me.
I know. That's why I did it quickly before you get away.
Oh, man.
Yeah. No, that one was fun. Theo James is handsome. Let's just get that out of the way. And oh my God, him as a dad with the slutty little glasses. Let me just. I watched Divergent and I thought he was handsome, but I wasn't like, he was not on my list. But him in that movie could get it. That's separate from the point. I enjoyed that movie. I did like their balance of comedy and horror and slasher and ridiculous meta-ness.
Yeah.
While also knowing like we're being kind of ridiculous, but also there are stakes here because this is inherently crazy. The kills were insane.
They were fun. It was a fun movie. I know for some people it was a little too cheeky,
too playful,
and I think that's why it's a little lower on my list.
That's fair.
Which is funny because I don't mind dark comedies. I think there's a difference between a dark comedy and a horror movie that has like 10-year-old humor. There's an ironicness, there's an irony to dark comedy that I don't think this film struck.
I wouldn't call it a dark comedy. To me, it was comedic horror. Like,
yeah, I guess you're right.
It was kind of like, it was dumb and meta, but that's what the fun part of it was. There was a campiness to it that I enjoyed.
Yes,
so
fair.
That's where I was at with it.
Number 18 for me, we just watched it, Bring Her Back.
Oh.
Holy shit, that was a well-made film. Ironically, shares a lot of traits with another movie on my list, Weapons. But it had circles. I mean, obviously it just shares anything with a cult. So if you do research on certain things of the occult, you're gonna.
Weapons is much higher, huh?
Well, yeah, because now here's the thing: we just watched Bring Her Back. All right, so I did not get any chance to sit with it. So this is extremely recency bias. I think it's an exceptionally done film. I don't ever want to watch that movie again.
That's totally fair.
Now,
we were screaming.
Now, granted, when you described why you do want to watch it again,
I want to make people watch that shit.
I do stand by that, and that sounds like fun. But I, like you, will be watching it
through my fingers.
through hands. So it is. In terms of rewatchability, it is not going to be high on my list, and it is a hard not high on my list because it is like so anti-rewatchable. That said, I do think it's better than a lot of the films that are going to be coming after it, especially in terms of how it. Like, I'm just so surprised in how they deal with grief. Those directors, they tap into a sense of sadness that I'm like, God, I just haven't seen this in film like this bleak, and it's just so exceptionally done. I don't ever want to watch it again though. So is what it is, but very well done movie. If that is your cup of tea and it's not your number one movie, I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, that is it is what it needs to be for the people it needs to be for. You know, if you love yourself a fucked up little gnarly little horror film that has heart to it, you're gonna love Bring Her Back.
Get it?
It's so nasty.
It's nasty,
but not in a way that feels like
insane.
it's punching down. It's nasty in a way that feels sincere and genuine. And I think that is an extremely hard line to like toe because I feel like a lot of films are nasty and they're just like VHS Halloween is nasty, but it's like, yeah, if you're gonna mutilate children, like, that's nasty, but it feels kind of just thrown in there for shock value.
Yeah,
this movie is shocking and nasty and disgusting, but you understand why, and you understand kind of what they're trying to, dissect and rip apart when it comes to grief and kind of what people will do and just the systems of foster care that, like, it's just the world sucks and they're saying something about it. Even if I don't know exactly what they're saying, which is probably why it's also not higher on my list, but still pretty high. Great movie. Loved it. I'm so glad we watched it in time to do this. I'll say this. I wonder where it is on your list because I feel like it's probably higher on your list. I really like this. This one was high on my list for a while.
Ooh.
But a lot of movies just I liked more.
I think you're talking about I think I know what you're talking about.
I loved this movie. I did really like this movie. It is only low on my list begrudgingly, but there's just more movies I liked more.
What? Let's say it at the same time. I think I know what you're talking about.
3, 2, 1. A nice little
Indian
boy.
boy. Yeah.
I loved A Nice Indian Boy.
Yeah.
Great. The mom broke my heart. That actress was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love the acting in it. I love those that lead. He's so good. I had a chance to almost work with him on a show, but it was right when COVID happened. But I liked it. I will let you speak upon it more when it gets to you.
I don't have too much more to add.
I just think the mom was exceptional.
Yeah,
oh my
absolutely.
God. There was so many things that just kept tying it back where I was like, oof, this is making me feel. And it was just fun.
It was fun. It
Just a
was
cute little
really
movie.
fun and still emotionally deep and serious.
Yeah.
Like, real.
Okay, so number 16 for me, also same energy. I was like, I love this. I want it technically to be higher, but there's just much better, well done films. This one, though, cult classic, probably altogether our group's favorite movie of the year, maybe, if not for my actual favorite of the year. Fucking One of Them Days comes in at number 16.
Oh, okay.
One of Them Days, I don't even think it's technically an amazing movie, but goddamn it, we love that film.
Love that film.
We had a blast with it. It was up there. It was one of the most enjoyable films I watched this year. I loved it. Had a great time with my family.
Yeah, and we did a review on it, so you already know what we think.
There you
about
go. Boom. All right, that was number 16 for me. Go on, Benji.
16 for me is one you didn't see. Yep.
Oh, he thinks he's so much better.
Without you.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you see?
The Ugly Stepsister.
Ah, damn it. I wanted to see that.
That was a fun one.
Fuck. So we have to watch it on the channel then.
I'm down.
Is it as gnarly as Bring Her Back?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. But it's gnarly in its own way because it's all about basically
Body mutilation.
It's body mutilation. It's
Damn
a
it.
Cinderella story told from one of the quote unquote obviously ugly stepsisters being the lead, where Cinderella just gets everything because she's like pretty and her dad loves her.
That sucks.
And then like she like wants to be pretty and she's willing to do anything, including like destroy her own body to get there. And it's insane, but it's a really captivating, interesting watch. And I love a Cinderella story, and I was very interested in this dark turn take on it. So,
I love when a horror movie makes it into your like top 20.
Yeah, it's probably the only one actually.
No, I think there might be one more depending on if you.
Oh,
remember.
okay, yeah, you're right.
All right,
That is up there.
great.
I'm down to watch it on the channel.
Good,
but,
solid
yeah.
one. Good.
Mhm.
All right, that was 16. All
Yeah.
right, 15 for me is I'm not going to talk too much about it. Bulgonia. That was the Emma Stone is or
Oh.
isn't an alien.
Where she gets taken.
Yes, and kind of like one battle after another, where it's like as a film exercise, very well done. I was engaged from beginning to end. Morally,
Gray.
very gray. Again, I'm not one of those people that's like, I need my characters to be moral, but I also understand the importance of depiction. And
If you're depicting a morally gray character, the film needs to know that they're gray.
well, it's also one of those things where it's like the film definitely didn't think, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but there were certain aspects of it, the way the film wrapped up, that I was like, what actually was it trying to say? And then on top of it, I don't know if I would recommend anybody watching a woman be chained up and not like gratuitously tortured, but if you're a woman, gratuitously tortured. Like
Yeah.
it's not something you want to watch.
That's kind of where I was with. As far as the trailer, I was like, that looks like it could go a very gnarly place, and I don't necessarily care. And is it from that same director that I
Poor
hated
Things?
like everything that they've done?
Outside of
I
the
was-
favorite, Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yeah,
You like the favorite.
was good, but it was also a little bit creepy. Like,
Yep.
let's be honest.
Yeah, let's
So,
be honest.
Not a little bit. It was fairly. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't really fuck with your movies,
Yeah.
dude.
So good movie. I did enjoy it. I don't feel ashamed for enjoying it, but it's also not one I like. When people are like, "Oh, what'd you think of Baconia?" I'm like, and it's like, it's not one of those I can just go.
Do you have a minute?
Yeah, I can't just say go watch, and I'm like,
Yeah.
All right,
Give
and
them a
then
caveat.
I'll do number 14 because we already talked about it, but that is The Long Walk. I said everything I felt about it. It was so good. See it with a crowd.
Yeah.
Long Walk,
Nice.
number 14.
I can go 15 through 13 because we've covered them.
Do it.
15 for me, My Oxford Year. Solid rom-com.
My Oxford Year is 15.
I love a rom-com. I love a love story. You
Just
know
when I think
do.
you got me, you push me back out.
I love a love story. The only reason it's not higher is because of the way that it ended. I won't ruin anything.
I wonder.
But, you know, Farmer George and our queen from our queen
Descendants.
our princess,
Whatever.
our dark princess, our evil princess, but not evil because she just wanted to be sweet. Together, great. Loved it. Super sweet. 14 for me, Materialists.
That is very high up. I thought you didn't like that movie that much.
I didn't like it as much as I wanted to. I would watch it again. I think it's a good kind of vibe movie.
Okay. And so this is not just Chris Evans.
I mean, it's not Chris Evans. I like
How much points is Chris Evans giving? You just essentially gave it like an 8 out of 10.
No,
all right.
I gave it a 14 out of 57.
Yeah, okay. I'm condensing. You essentially said this is an 8 out of 10-ish movie. How much of that point system is attributed to Chris Evans?
2 points.
No.
1 point.
You think that you liked that movie that much more than you liked Chris Evans? I just felt you were bored by the movie.
So this was my main criticism with the movie. Every scene went on exactly 2 minutes longer than it should have. Maybe not.
It's very specific.
No, that's not. But all of the scenes did go a little bit longer than I would have expected them to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I went in thinking it was a rom-com, but I went into it and I was like, okay, it was still a different vibe than I expected, but I still enjoyed it. I like Dakota Johnson.
Yeah.
She was great in this. I liked the practical, like pragmatic, like I'm going at this very calculated, and then you just can't calculate for chemistry.
No.
I did need the ending to be a little bit different than it was. Because I was like, hey, like there were certain emotional leaps that were like, oh, I don't know if I felt that necessarily.
It's funny.
But I really enjoyed the three of them together. I enjoyed their press tour. It was fantastic.
Of course.
And it's just three really great actors that I really like a lot together in a romantic movie. And I love romantic movies.
Three really great actors. I'd say three entertaining actors.
You don't think that
Dakota Johnson's really great.
Dakota and Chris Evans are great?
I think Chris Evans is great in specific things. I think Pedro Pascal is amazing in a lot of things, but sometimes gets miscast.
Three actors
and Dakota Johnson is Dakota Johnson, and we fucking love her.
Three actors that I like a lot.
There you go.
13 is Eternity for me.
Okay, solid.
Again, three solid actors, very solid
premise.
It was just really well done. Comedy beats were added in beautifully. Still had some depths of emotion, and it begs a lot of questions for world building, of course, but a lot of those questions that I would have enjoyed being answered didn't need to be answered.
Yeah,
we were there for these three's story.
It gave kind of like old school movie where it's just like, don't overthink the premise.
Yeah, that would have been a really good like late 90s to early 2000s movie, I think.
When people didn't overthink things as much. I was thinking even
where
farther
you could
back.
Just have a really nice, really good, funny, like I would give it as far back as early 90s, but I know you would probably maybe
I'd say
go
like
sooner.
late 80s to early 90s where it's like, who gives a fuck? We don't need to explain this world. Just we want our three characters to try to decide between each other. Jesus.
For me, when you get into late 80s, you get to the ones where you're like, what the fuck are they trying to say? Like,
right, I guess fair.
What are they doing? This doesn't even make sense. How did this get made? Like, how that's when you
cocaine.
But I had a lot of fun with that movie, and I've said everything else that I need to say about it.
13 for me, much lower for you, but I understand your point. I fucking loved Warfare, and for a while, it was my number 3 movie of the year.
Wow.
Here's the thing, though. I agree 100% with you. There is a quote out there that says there is no such thing as an anti-war film because essentially any film that depicts war is partaking in the kind of the sensationalized aspect of it. It's just like you're going to find yourself entertained by it, and war itself is horrific. So I don't know where Warfare falls on the moral scale in terms of, again, not trying to moralize everything, but it's like, I do understand if someone's like, I don't want to watch yet another war movie. For me, it was yet another reminder that I never want to fucking do that or touch anything like that with a 10-foot pole. It was hard to watch a movie in which we were essentially in another country and other people's land, and we're just fucking shit up for the normal people that didn't deserve it. I think the film was aware of it, and I think the film did an exceptional job of being one of the most harrowing horror films I've seen this year. That was a horror film.
Yeah.
That was the most horrific film I've seen, because I'm watching it and I'm going, I can't believe we put people through this. And to just like sit there in it with them in the actual time process. So we were watching an hour and a half of their lives, Nothing more, nothing less. And it's honestly on this list so high up because it was an exceptional experience. Like I've never seen a film like that where I just was holding my breath the entire time. And I know a lot of people said like, oh, we needed more character depth. For me, it brought me into that world, and it did what I want from a film, which is just bring me into a world. Bring me into a world and make me believe the world and make me believe the experience this character is having. Okay. And a story. Great film. It was higher up, but there's so many better films after it. The Long Walk and Warfare basically kind of have the same energy where it's like, great movie. Do I want to watch that again?
No, I'm not watching Warfare again. Definitely not.
All right. I almost bought it the other day. I was like, I want this. And I was like, I'm not going to watch this. But I was like, but I love A24's like Blu-ray.
Okay.
I was like, I just want it. Ooh, it's so cool looking.
That's
anyway.
so funny. You see the shiny new thing and you're like, ooh, a DVD. And then you're like, I'm not fucking watch this.
I'm not going to watch this shit.
I'll watch this.
All right, Benji. Where are we at?
Where are you at?
I just did number 13.
Okay. 12 for me is Dollhouse.
Ooh.
It's higher for you.
Now, why do you
should we wait?
We'll wait.
Dollhouse is, I will just explain quickly that it's a movie that we saw in Hong Kong. It's Japanese originally.
Yes.
And it is
J-horror.
J-horror that study, it's another grief study basically.
Yep. We love grief in horror films.
And we'll talk about it more when we get up there.
That was number 12 for you. Number 12 for me was Sorry Baby. Ava Victor, they, them. They did an exceptional job. I knew I wanted to see this movie when it came out. I didn't get a chance to. I think just a lot was going on, but I'm glad I forced myself to watch it last night. I was like, I keep hearing this is a good movie. I was trying to not just watch trash, especially when we started off this year with like, fucking Death of a Unicorn and Snow White. I was like, I need to see something with artistic merit. And I'm so glad I did. Holy shit. Sorry, baby. I wish I wasn't so... I wish I didn't have recency bias on it so I could give a little bit more of a nuanced
of what stuff
review and like actually debate whether or not it needs to be this higher or maybe even lower. But I think the way Ava Victor depicted this experience, again, I can't speak to it, but they did an exceptional job. And there were so many scenes that were hilarious despite the subject matter. I think it felt very human. I think it was enjoyable. It just was like, and it's not a thing you should say about a movie about an assault, a rape. But it was ultimately an enjoyable film. I really liked sitting with this character. Every scene I was just like locked in on. It just was, it was fun. It was engaging, but it was also heartfelt. And I felt very heavy watching it. And it made me reevaluate a lot of things, especially like as I'm watching, I'm like, holy shit, I have to remember that so many of the times the things that people go through are not the obvious ones where it's like, oh, a big guy with horns came at me with a pitchfork. And it's very subtle and subdued, and just, I would absolutely recommend it to anybody. It was a great film. I loved it. I wish I could have sat with it a little bit longer, but I think, where did I put it on my list? Number 12?
Yeah.
I think it should technically be higher, but I also
don't want to jump the gun.
I don't want to recency bias it. I've done that before. I put Nosferatu as my number 2 last year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe you number 3. Maybe you're number 4. Maybe you're a little bit lower. So I tried this year to be a little bit more pragmatic and be like, just because I loved it doesn't mean it needs to be
super high
up there. I need to make sure it's something I would absolutely rewatch. But it was kind of an easily digestible film about what it was about. So.
Yeah. I mean, for what it was about, it's very digestible. So I give it that.
Oh, and that scene in the doctor's office, so fucking funny when it shouldn't have been. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Great scene. Anyway,
Nice.
that was number 12 for me. Number 11, Benji.
11 for me. Oh, Wake Up Dead Man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No. You're going to put a pin in that.
Okay. You've gotten me into those. I'll just say that.
You like the Knives Out?
Probably higher than it would be if we hadn't watched all of them.
Yeah,
So-
fair. Pin in that, though.
Okay, pin in that.
That one's a little higher for
you.
me. Number 11 for me was a film you didn't see. I think I invited you, but you just were busy or just not interested. It was The Phoenician Scheme.
That was one where, because I've never seen a Wes Anderson film, so that was going to be my first one. And then something came up and I was like, of course, this is the one that I would randomly not be able to go to.
It was really good.
Nice.
I liked it. I know a lot of people are over Wes Anderson at this point. You don't know why. He does kind of essentially make a lot of the same movies now. I thought this one was very heartfelt. It was a father-daughter film. And I mean, I am a sucker for family dynamic films. I'm a sucker for them. There's another one on this list that I love because of the family dynamic. And I really liked watching this kind of crusty, capitalistic man have to shed a lot of his grumpiness in order to be there for his nun of a daughter. And it's Benicio del Toro, another great role from him this year. And I laughed a lot. I laughed and I enjoyed it. And for a long time, this was in my number 5.
Oh.
Just so many better movies. Ugh.
There's a lot of movies.
I really, really liked it. The Phoenician Scheme, I would absolutely recommend it. And it's one of those films where I'm like, I get where people technically say they don't like Wes Anderson anymore, but for me, this was a return to his heartfelt form. I liked Asteroid City, but a lot of people hated that. But this movie is not up its own ass like Asteroid City was. So anyway, Phoenician Scheme, number 11. Now we're into the top 10, baby!
Sorry, I was going to switch to
Come on!
Top 10, baby! Oh, okay.
Hell yeah!
Top 10.
Wait.
Number 10 for me, and this was a surprise. Twinless.
Ooh,
yeah.
That's a lot lower than I expected.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
I enjoyed it a lot. Maybe if I watched it again recently, I'd put it higher, but I was surprised because I went to go see it because Dylan O'Brien's gay. Let's be honest. Then I was like, I figured it would be an interesting movie that was fairly engaging. I didn't realize it was going to be kind of a fun, dark comedy.
Oh, now that is a good dark comedy.
Yeah, it's
not
very,
as dark as I think some dark comedies go, but it is more dark comedy than like The Monkey.
There is a dark element to it.
There's an irony.
It is handling grief over the loss of a brother, and so because I have dealt with that, they do a good job of making a fun and light watch.
God,
I did not
so good.
cry in that movie, but there were moments where if that movie caught me off guard, I probably would. So it's probably a little bit lower just because I'm like, it is heavier in that sense for me. But it was a really good, really fun, really well done. And just, I think realistic in its absurdity, still has a realism to it.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, James Sweeney, the director of it, also did Straight Up, was a film I really liked.
That one.
Got in trouble for it because I remember when we were first starting our Patreon, I was like, guys, I'm going to recommend a gay movie for the month of Pride, and I think y'all should watch Straight Up. And a few people were like, why the fuck did you recommend the one with about a straight couple? And I was like, I'm sorry, he's bi. I was just trying my hardest. I'll go to the straight corner.
Right, the gay man was trying to be in a straight relationship.
Someone like called me out for that. I was like, look, okay. In a vacuum, it's not the gayest film to recommend.
Oh, fuck, my bad. I just really liked it and stars a gay / bisexual. I do remember liking
his there. I don't know how they identify, but James Sweeney, I love the two films. We'll talk about Twinless where it ranks on my list, but great. I'm glad I brought you to that one. That was a fun movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of brought you too.
No.
Because I wanted to see it.
We brought each other.
Yeah. Because all
right, come on.
Didn't I point it out to you originally?
No. I pointed out to you. You would never have heard of it.
No, because I heard about Dylan O'Brien being a gay movie.
Barely. Number 10 for me. I'm going to get real broy letterboxed here. I fucking loved Marty Supreme.
Ugh.
I liked it.
I'm sorry, not ugh. Go ahead.
It was a lot of fun.
It was kind of.
What was interesting
in a
though is
stressful way.
when I went and saw SpongeBob. No one was there. You were out of town. My girlfriend was asleep. I went and saw SpongeBob, and I went to the bathroom at one point, and there was these two guys, very letterbox bro-y dudes. They were talking about a film, and this other guy walks up and goes, "Are you guys talking about Marty Supreme?" They're like, "Yeah," and like, "Fucking hate it. It's so bad, right? Not a good movie. It's really not good. Yeah, overrated. I don't think it was that good. One battle after another, though." They're like, "Oh yeah, one battle after another," and I was just like, Jesus Christ, could the letterbox bros move out of the way so I could go pee real quick? And it was so interesting because I hadn't seen it at that point. I just went, why did people not like it? The Safdie brothers, it's one half of them. I did not see Smashing Machine, did not want to see it. Sorry, no, not sorry. But one half of the Safdie brothers, they made Uncut Gems. Letterboxd loves Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
And this movie, I was like, from what I heard, I hear it's really good. What are people not liking about it? And then we watched it, I went, oh, it kind of calls white dudes out. Like, it's still at the end of the day, it centers around a white dude just going crazy and doing his own shit.
And going through
but
life.
It very much humiliates him the entire film. And it is literally 2 hours of what did my cousin said. He was like, two hours of watching him take an L. Like,
yeah.
It's 2 hours of watching Timothée Chalamet take an L. And you know what? Fucking fascinating. I was never bored. It was a 2.5 hour movie, Benji.
I will say I didn't feel it. But I also missed the first 15 minutes because
Jesus Christ, I forgot.
My tater tots took forever to come out.
That's why you rated it so low. The first 15 minutes, Benji.
Man, that's out of everything. It's funny because it's like, I might have had more context to rate it with, but then I also would have been in the theater 15 minutes longer to hate being there. So
no, I loved
balanced out.
It was it's been a while since I've watched a movie and I had no clue where it was going to go each scene after each scene.
Yeah.
And that was fun. There was a moment halfway through where something happens that I just wasn't expecting. And it's kind of something out of a comedy movie, like a slapstick comedy, but it's played horrifically and it just keeps leading the stress and building on the stress. And it's so, I think the director did a great job. I really liked Timothée Chalamet in it. I mean, fuck it. I liked the Letterboxd Bro movie. Yeah. I liked it.
All right. Number 9 for me is A Nice Indian Boy.
Ooh, so nice.
I really enjoyed that. That was a very sweet story.
Loved it.
I was fighting back tears through a good amount of that movie. Like, especially towards the end when they really figured their shit out and started getting together and the family was finally kind of celebrating him. He found his person. His parents are being supportive of him being gay. And I was just like...
Yeah,
it was
good movie though, but it's
very
funny
sweet.
It made you almost cry, but it's not like it doesn't try to go into tragic.
No, because I wasn't crying about the tragedy. I was crying about the beauty of how well things worked out. And I was just like, this is really sweet.
Such a good movie.
Yeah,
probably one of the number one ones I would recommend for sure.
Yeah,
like I definitely go. Oh, you haven't seen A Nice Indian Boy? Throw it on.
Yeah.
Number 9 for me. There are 2 sequels in my top 10, 2 unoriginal films, but they to me exemplify the best way of doing an original film in which you're not just retreading the same thing and you take a new angle on it. I loved 28 Years Later. I really loved that movie. I loved everything about it. It is not a movie I see myself rewatching a lot. So I even debated with that. I'm like, do I really want it in my top 10? Is it something I'm going to turn on in the next 5 years? I don't know. But every time I thought about it, every time I tried to put it lower, I was like, I cannot. I can't in good conscience. Like especially as someone who's lost my mom, the way that film handles grief, the way it directly tackles it and talks to it and speaks on death and the vulnerability and the beauty in death. Oh, I fucking loved that movie. Such a good... It's what I think zombie movies are made for. Like, zombie movies are not interesting to me if it's just... It's interesting when it speaks to...
Go ahead.
It speaks to something a little bit more profound. And it's not really a spoiler, but the film takes a little bit of a heel turn in the last 1 minute of it. And kind of
it sure does.
It takes the tone goes very hard left. And you know what? I was sitting there going, what? Sure. I loved it. But I'm in the stage of my life where I just love fucking Like, I love swings. I love watching people do weird things. As long as it feels true to what the story you're trying to tell is, I'm with it. I'm with you. I fucking loved 28 Years Later. I would absolutely recommend it to anybody, especially if you love that film series. Oh,
Number 8 for me, Hard Eyes.
hell yeah.
Really, really enjoyed that movie. I thought they did a fantastic job of blending a classic slasher with a rom-com.
Yep.
That's what I really enjoyed was a lot of people do like you do the horror comedy or a comedy with horror, but like a comedy mixed with a rom-com specifically because they hit all of the tropes of each one.
Yeah.
And in the very end, they kind of start calling a little bit more attention to it. There's certain things when she's on the phone with her friend at the end and she kind of like starts telling her like, oh, go get him. Or like, and she like runs after him.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Maybe not the airport, but like there's like a kind of a scene where I'm like, they're literally doing a rom-com mixed in with a horror like that.
It's impressive.
It was very impressive. Very well done. Super funny. Still had high stakes. It was a fun watch. I would watch it again. I loved Olivia Holt and
Mason Gooding
Gooding Jr.'s chemistry together.
Yeah, they're great.
Very believable. Very I really had a great time with that movie and I would rewatch it. It's a Valentine's Day movie. I like that I have something that I can watch on Valentine's Day that's kind of fun and interesting.
A little cheeky.
And also, I can watch it any other time. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I never thought about the fact that it does kind of accomplish being a rom-com and a horror film.
Yeah.
A lot of fun because they do the friends, what's it called? The friends, enemies to lovers.
Absolutely.
They do that very well, don't they?
Yeah. I thought that I had said that to you.
No, shit. It should have been higher.
No, I know. I was like, damn, I don't think I've seen people combine those like that.
It's a bummer.
It was good.
My number 8 for me is a movie you did not see. This is a great film. And this fed my artistic desire. I was like, God, thank goodness I've watched a good movie this year. Sentimental Value. Now, let me look up the director. I think it's like Joaquin
Phoenix.
No. Shut up. It's a Swedish Norwegian film, Joaquin Trier. I do not know how to pronounce it, but it stars Stellan Skarsgård. You know him.
Yeah.
Daddy Skarsgård.
Dad Skarsgård, yeah.
I do not know the main actress's name because I've never seen them in anything. I know there's so many good films that they're in, but the film is essentially about a father who was like a famous filmmaker years ago, and now he wants to make a new film, and so he reaches out to his estranged daughter, who is also an actor, and is essentially like, I'm writing this film for you, but because the dynamic between him, the older daughter, and the younger daughter is just very strained. It's a very simple premise. It's just he wants to make the movie with her, she doesn't, so he has to find another actress, and that's where Elle Fanning comes in. It is a simple movie, but the way they get the dynamics of the family, where there are scenes where the dad's saying that he's not an evil person. He was not a part of their life, though. And there's certain things where he feels justified in that. And he'll say things it's like any dad you've ever heard say where you're like, it's not like he drops the F slur or the N word or like something where you're like, that's problematic. He just says something where it's like, that's problematic for me specifically. And they do that dynamic so well. And there's so many moments where the sisters are looking at each other like, are you kidding me? And then I'm like, as someone who has a sibling
exchange where you're kind of like, ugh.
The sibling exchanges, the dynamic with the father, where essentially the moral of the story is like, sometimes you can't repair relationships, but you can enjoy what they are now and be okay with the fact that you aren't going to be what the expectations were, but it's actually better than a lot of other people have. Like, it's just, it fed my artistic bug. I was like, I can't keep watching trash. I need to watch something fucking good to have in my I can't have Jurassic World in my top 10, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, I need something good.
Wow. And I'm the opposite. I'm like, I have to have fun or else it wasn't good. It goes on the bottom.
I like your list so far.
I know.
Everything you've said.
We've lined up a few times, which is funny.
We're infecting each other.
I know, right? My number 7. Let's
we get to the
let's
top,
backtrack. As we get to the top, we're going to backtrack a lot more on us being on the same page or similar page. A Simple Favor 2, number 7 for me.
I don't hate it.
The two of them have great chemistry. Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick have great chemistry together.
Yeah.
Especially as those two characters, it was a fun time. It was fun watching Blake Lively come back. She is great as that character. It's iconic. And I think they took what was great about the first one, which was the campiness, the costume, the quick quips between the two of them, and they just cranked it up, which is exactly what we needed. We did not need that second movie to be this serious, like, okay, like we're gonna really get into it. It's just like, come here, give me another crazy mystery, give me another like weird, stupid mystery that we can solve together and just make it fun. And I'm gonna say it, but just make it cunty.
Benji, goddamn!
I know.
I have to edit that.
I know. I'm sorry.
Fuck, you need to remember when you say these words because I gotta bleep it. I was just gonna throw it. This is 4 hours now. Now I gotta wade through 4 hours.
Well, when did I say it earlier?
I don't remember.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, won't they block it and tell you where I say it?
I don't want to do that. I don't want to get this demonetized.
But they did. It's the movie. It's the movie where it
Whatever.
was the most relevant of a comment. The costuming I really loved. The styling was great. I really enjoyed seeing those characters back. I hope like they set up the possibility for a third, but I know this came on the coattails of kind of the drama with Blake Lively and Justin, which at this point, that case has turned around so many times. I don't know where we are with either of them. I'm hands off with it. As long as they work it out
Pontius
and they're happy.
Pilate. I am Pontius Pilate. I wash my hands of this. You guys figure it out for yourselves.
Don't figure it out. And as long as we're all happy with it, let's all be happy with it. And I'm excited hopefully to get a third one. I know that production studios don't really invest in things anymore.
Yeah.
So this one maybe not taking off might mean that we don't get another one, but maybe it'll flip back around and be camp like the first one was, and they'll make another one in 3 or 4 years.
Maybe.
They set it up to where we could get one. So let's just see what happens. Fingers crossed. I do want a third one. Go ahead.
Yeah, fair. What was that? What number was that for you?
7.
All right, number 7 for me. We've got a film that you didn't get a chance to see because you were out of town, but we saw this on Christmas Day. It is No Other Choice. It is the Korean thriller by Park Chan-wook. Holy shit, this movie was exceptionally done. I wish you would have been there, but we saw it at the Vista Theater. So we saw it in like 35 millimeter. Oh, it was just like so crunchy and cozy. We got a free poster.
So it was very cozy.
It was very cozy. I loved it. It was essentially a story about a father who is desperate to get a new job because he's got to pay for his family. And the decision he makes in order to even the playing field for the next potential job that he could take, well, it's crazy. And it takes a very dark turn. It's a lot of fun. It is, I was debating where to put it. I'm like, technically, I think this is one of the best films of the year. I usually keep up pretty quick with foreign films, but there was a few times in this film where I don't know if it was just like the multitude of kind of plots that were going on. So there was a few things I wasn't fully tracking, and it also... the rhythm was not like an American film. I don't know how to describe it. But it had a different rhythm, so I couldn't follow it instinctually the way that you and I do sometimes when we're talking and we got subtitles
but you
going.
can essentially go, okay, they're focusing on that, which means it's a callback to this. And that's the same person, because why would they be talking to someone different right now?
Exactly. So it was very different and very foreign. So I got a little lost and I left the theater kind of like, huh? But I loved it. But I also was like,
you do like the movies that make you go, and you
like,
have to
what?
look them up.
I love that. I'm like, and it wasn't one of those where I got angry later. It wasn't Eddington where I was like, what the fuck was this movie about? Do I like you or not? No, I know I liked No Other Choice. It was such a twisty, fun film. Now that I'm talking about it, let's see it.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, because I loved it. Damn it, I'm not supposed to say my girlfriend's name.
You gotta beat that out, you fuck. 2 things.
I try to because,
privacy
she's not in the spotlight the way I am. So, but yeah, my girlfriend fucking loved it. It's her favorite film of the year.
Yeah.
I want to rewatch it now that I'm not as about it. And I think you would like it because again, not all Korean films are the same, but I think you would enjoy it the same way Parasite surprised you.
Yeah.
It's not Parasite.
That was cool. No, that's fair.
But it'll hook you in that same way.
The trailer that I saw for it, I was kind of like, I was vaguely intrigued. I was kind of like, oh, okay.
It's good.
If I had been around, obviously, you would have invited me.
Sorry.
That's our new favorite quote from The Housemaid.
Don't see that movie.
See it.
Read the book. What did we
Whatever.
tell you?
Do whatever you want to do. That was one that I was like, I'm sure that Josiah will see it and he'll hit me up for it.
But I'd love to see it again.
But yeah, no, you're at it. I was out of town. It's fine. I'm not mad. It also was one of the ones where I was just like, I'll see it or I won't.
Number 6 for me was Dollhouse. And not only was it a great J-horror film, It was also a fucking fantastic experience because Benji and I were in Hong Kong.
Kong.
I am 34 years old. That was my first time watching a movie in a theater outside of America. That is insane. I want to do that more often.
That was interesting.
I want to go to theaters all over the world and watch foreign films.
It was so interesting because it was like, it just felt like being in a different theater in LA. Honestly.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like, it's a movie theater, but also
it's not a film I would have grabbed or gravitated to. I walked into the theater. It was late at night. I was just walking around the outdoor mall and I saw the trailer playing and I just went, does this have subtitles?
I sat down into a very nice bath in our hotel
Oh,
room.
you were all cozy.
I had the suds and I was like, oh, this is nice. He's gone. And literally in like 3 minutes of me being in there, you texted and were like, do you want to see a movie? And I was like, when?
It was just such a fun experience. I loved it. And it was an exceptional movie. I don't want to spoil anything, but it is a J-horror film and it's about a family grieving the loss of a loved one with the help of a doll that may or may not have a spirit.
Yeah, evil.
It's great. It is not available anywhere.
Yeah, sorry. Really good, scary, fun, scary.
Ooh, thanks for reminding me. It's funny, scary, but not in the American way like The Monkey is. It's funny, but it's not a comedy. But it is.
I think it has comedic beats like life does. Like the way that like in life you could be going through something rough, but somebody will say something funny.
I think what it does well is that it takes the parts that are serious, and then the parts that are like slightly absurd, it allows you to be like, we're not going to let this undo the energy and the atmosphere we've set up. And I think that is a strength for a film to be like, look, sometimes there's absurd things that happen in life and we're not scared to avoid them because the reality is our film's scary and our film's sad.
Yeah.
And you're going to laugh at this part, but you're going to come right back to where we want you to be.
And the creature later was horrifying, physically done. And I was like, oh, please, no, don't show it again.
Honestly, it's everything.
These scarier things I've seen.
It was everything I wanted The Ring to be.
Yeah, it was icky.
Oof.
The last 10 minutes didn't make a lot of sense, but I was like, I think I get it.
Oh my God. I don't want to spoil it, but the last 10 minutes were kind of like, just kidding. Just kidding. I was like, what?
Where am I? What's happening?
But I loved it. I loved it.
So solid in what was happening until the end. And I was like,
so good though.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Ranked very high for both of us.
That was number 6 for me. All right. What's number 7 and 6 for you?
Number 7, I already said. Number 6 is Freakier Friday for me. Had a ton.
Really?
Ton of fun with that one. I think as far as the, 20-year-old remakes go, they did a damn good job at incorporating it into the current world. I know people are like, they were using too much TikTok speech and it was very like pandering. And I'm just like, I think it gave a good like early 2000s energy adapted to 2025. Like I think they did a really good job at bringing it in while not losing the quality of the original. Are there things that worked better or worse? Yeah, but overall I loved that they brought pretty much everyone back.
Yes.
We got to see everybody, what they're doing. It was funny. It was well done. Got a little bit confusing as 4 people were switching and I had to be like, who's talking right now and who were they supposed to be?
Who the hell are you?
That was the only thing where I was like, if you're going to do a third one, let's please have less people switch.
Wait, that means we're in our top 5 now, Benji.
Okay.
Okay. Top 5.
Go ahead.
Holy shit. Are we ready for this?
I think so.
All right, number 5 for me of the year. This was my number 1 for a while, and then another movie dethroned it. Then this was my number 2 for a while, and then a few other surprises dethroned it. This is not even the best movie of the year, but I fucking love it, and I want to rewatch it a bunch more times.
How many times are we going to do a drum roll?
One more time. It's Black Bag. It is the spy thriller. What? Yeah, you didn't see it.
What?
But I saw it twice. It is the spy thriller with Michael Fassbender and Cate Blanchett. And they're both sexy and they love each other. But also, are they on opposite sides? And who's the bad guy?
Oh, it's Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
No.
You're so upset with your original movies. Look at
Shut up.
You're just like regurgitated Hollywood crap.
No, it's not. It's good. It's a great movie. It's such a vibe. It's a tautly made little thriller fun film. I love a movie in which there's a bunch of potential suspects, and they all have scenes together, and we have to just like listen to them talk and try to decipher who's who. I fucking loved it. I can't wait to show it to you, Benji.
Okay.
I don't think it's a channel thing, but now that...
How'd you see it twice without
Well,
me?
the first time I just watched it on my own. But that's my number 5. It was so good. All right, Benji,
Nice.
what's your number 5?
My number 5 is... I'm surprised it wasn't higher on your list. Jurassic Park. The new
Whoa.
Jurassic World.
Whoa!
Yeah, I had
Whoa.
a ton of fun with that movie. It was one of those ones where they did it and you could tell that they just kind of were like, hey,
We're sorry.
nobody's gonna die.
Right.
Nah, we got a lot of main characters here. We're not gonna kill a single goddamn one of them.
Hey, you know what? Good.
I respect the hell out of that. I love when my main characters don't die. Sorry to say, it was one of those ones where you're just like, I'm here for the vibe. I get to see the dinosaurs. Jonathan Bailey, Scarlett Johansson were doing great.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Jonathan Bailey was being a little slutty nerd
He
in
is,
it.
you know,
That's why it's so
slutty
high
little
up.
Nerd. I've said that I've watched movies for Hawkeyes too many times, so I'm trying to skip over the ones. But I'm like,
And yet I'm seeing the top of your list. It's a
I'm-
lot of slutty little guys.
I want to count through how many of my movies
You've said
were
a few where I
influenced
didn't.
by men, and then I want to see how many of yours were influenced by family dynamics.
Oh, well, 2 of them, at
I
least
know.
in the main.
The last like couple that you said were like
I fucking
a
love.
father and his kid.
I love it.
had to father and kid.
I love those.
I know.
No, you know what I will also say about Jurassic World? A little bit of spoilers. I am okay when they killed main characters off. But if they would have killed off Mahershala Ali, I'd have been pissed.
Yeah.
I'd have been pissed.
I know people are like, it's unrealistic that he survived.
Don't
And
give
I'm
a
like,
fuck.
the thing that chased him was blind. Of course he survived.
Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, like no, I was like, it honestly made more sense that he didn't die, and I was kind of like, you really don't have to sacrifice yourself.
He's
dude.
just
like,
this lumber,
I
like,
can think of like
ooh,
6 different ways that you can get away right now, and he did.
Ooh, I'm gonna get you. Ooh,
He
I'm gonna
was
get you.
scary. He was
Ooh.
disgusting looking.
I know, I love that.
I wish he looked a little more like a dinosaur and less like Alien vs Predator.
Well, you can watch our whole review or
Yeah.
listen to our whole
Yeah,
podcast
we had a review on it,
or
so,
you can watch my personal review on it on my own channel that I've
Oh.
neglected like a child. All right, number 4 for me is, and I was very surprised. I actually ended up really liking this, but I had to rewatch it to like it. Weapons. I liked it.
Interesting. How often did you?
I think I saw it like 3 times.
3. Who
Well-
did you see it with?
well,
3 times.
You were the second time. My girlfriend and I went and saw it at the premiere. And
Right.
then we saw it with you and her friend and her
Mhm.
sister.
I remember that.
And then we just like threw it on. I've watched it kind of in the background.
Okay, I forgot that you had already seen it twice when we
Yeah.
went, because I was like, I thought you'd seen it once, and I was like 3 times. That's wild.
It's engaging. It really is just engaging. I actually find myself enjoying it more and more. It's one of those films where the more it's talked about, the more I find myself being like, oh yeah, I want to rewatch it. I don't think technically it's as good of a film as people have made it out to be, but it is an enjoyable rewatch. And again, a lot of these films I'm getting into territory of like, what am I actually going to rewatch? Okay.
Yeah.
Like sentimental value. Fucking awesome movie. Number 8 probably should be number 1. Like there's,
Shit.
well, not number 1. Number 1 is number 1 for number 1 reasons. But it should be number 2. But it's like, I'm not going to rewatch sentimental value, probably. But like Weapons, I don't think it's the best movie. I think I was a little bit more annoyed and colored by the first press market tour, where there was just a few times I went, can you just fucking tell us what your movie's about? Like, I get it. You're an auteur, whatever. I want people to decide for themselves. Cool, Tarantino.
Yeah.
Fucking like,
But, like,
what's the
actually
gun
just
in the sky about?
Talk
Like,
about it. What is it?
just explain some things. But the more I found out about it, the more I learned, the more I was like, okay, he grew up in an alcoholic family. And so Zach Kreger wrote this about kind of his experience as a child having to take care of alcoholic parents. And so that very much feeds into it. And then of course he lost his best friend. So I like the performance in it. Austin Abrams as the crackhead was exceptional.
Yeah, he did really good.
One of my favorite performances this year. He just was so fun.
That was a very convincing. I did not recognize him as Dash
No.
for a while.
Let's give it up for respecting Austin Abrams.
Number 4 for me, K-pop Demon Hunter.
Ah, hell yeah. Okay, good.
Hey.
Now the pop stars won't be too mad at us.
It was way high. I actually switched it out from the 3rd spot last second-ish, but I obviously loved this movie.
Uh-huh.
The music that came from it is god tier. It's amazing. I love a culturally transcendent movie where we can all come together and as a culture just love a single thing. And as multiple cultures come together and love a single thing, I loved watching Golden like come up to number one.
Yeah.
And then the Saja Boys came up and took the number one spot. And everybody's like, the honeymoon!
It's real
And
life.
then Golden came back and was like, come on, you know. I think a lot of the cultural zeitgeist around it was
same.
really great. A lot
agree.
of the impact and then just the originality of having this anime but 3D animation type that mixes in music, K-pop, anime. It was really fun, and enjoying the characters. They were very relatable, as most anime characters really are very relatable.
And it was the quickest we ever hit 100,000 views on a video. And
Nice.
more for that in 2026.
Definitely more of that in
But
2026.
Yeah, and that was just on top of it being a good movie. Like, it was an enjoyable experience for me.
It was. I had so much fun with the movie, and I wish that I had gotten to enjoy, which is why like first time watching musicals for me are always like, man, I wish I could enjoy this music more on camera.
Yeah.
Because I've just never been the type. I'm not big on songs that I don't know.
Yeah.
I've always been like this. I love a song that I know. Even if I didn't originally like it, once I know all the lyrics, I can enjoy it to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
But even if something is amazing, I'll be like, oh, this is really good. I'm gonna like this soon. And I don't know why I'm like that. But once I get it, I'm like, oh yeah. After watching it a few times and after getting the songs on repeat, I was like, oh yeah, we got some songs here.
Hell yeah.
So maybe we do a rewatch one day.
All right, number 3, we already talked about it. This was my number 2 for a very long time.
Oh.
But I got usurped by something.
Oh gosh, what was it?
But number 3 for me was Twinless.
Ooh.
I loved Twinless.
Oh wow.
I loved that movie.
It was number 4 for you now.
It's number 3 now.
3.
Yeah.
Whoa, and it was 2 for a while.
I loved Twinless. I loved the depth of it. I also love that it's kind of like, it's easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. It's like kind of an easy watch.
It is.
It's just so fun. And he's such a shitty character. So it's really rewarding. And honestly, Dylan O'Brien, what a great performance.
Yes, and I didn't get
A double performance.
Yes, and this is something that I didn't get to say. Loved his portrayal of a gay man.
Yes.
It was not a like, okay, so now I'm the gay man.
No.
He added that little bit of that little pizzazz, that little difference between the straight boy and the gay man.
It was
that
so
gives
good.
it like just such that subtle difference that makes a world of difference. And I was like, you either have like a lot of gay people around you in your life, or you got some really good coaching, because that was just such a subtle change.
Yeah, there was
that made a world of difference, and those were 2 specifically different characters.
His brother was so good too, like the one that the main character that Dylan
the
O'Brien
straight
plays.
brother.
He was so good, and there was moments where like he feels hurt and he's not that smart, and he's like, if you just kind of tell me what I don't know, I can
Yeah.
learn. And the
That's
way he
right.
delivered that almost made me break down. Where I was just like, oh
Yeah, where he was like, whenever he messes something up and people laugh, he's like, don't laugh at me, because then I'm not going to learn.
But he
Just
doesn't
tell
say
me
that
what I did wrong.
strong. He
Yeah.
says it very kind of like it took a lot for him to realize that about himself.
Yeah.
It's such a good
And
movie.
it was like this way of like, I could be very boy about this and get angry and just punch you and never talk to you again. But
Yeah.
he was, as this adult who I still don't know everything, but I know that I can stop, and instead of getting mad or getting hurt, I can say, just tell me what I don't know.
Yep.
And
Ugh.
yeah.
Love that movie.
That was sweet. Number 3 for me. This is top 3. Superman.
That makes sense.
Such a great portrayal. Such a great look. I'm not much of a comic book nerd. I do enjoy Superman.
Yep,
He is
you
a
love him.
very classic superhero. I loved that we'd had this very fun, bright iteration of Superman that wasn't this dark, gritty Man of Steel. I will talk about Man of Steel till I'm blue in the face. He destroyed an entire city and then made out on the ashes of all the dead people in the fallen buildings.
He's coming for you.
I do not care if it was his first day. I don't care. A hero does not let the entire city fall and then make out on their ashes.
And if they do let the entire city fall, they don't make out on their ashes.
They don't make out on their ashes. And that always is one too, where they're like, well, like, this person they're not going to do that and blah, blah, blah. Somebody wrote that, okay?
Yeah,
Somebody wrote that all of these buildings got knocked over because they think, oh, boom, boom, that's so cool. Hated it. Anyways, Henry Cavill, fantastic Superman, attractive, looks really good in the suit. But yes, that was always a problem for me. And I love that I felt like I was the only one screaming this. And whenever I said it, in the comments, people would get so upset and like, no, you don't understand. And I was like, I'm not going to argue with you. You're wrong. But now that the next Superman, the David Cornsweet Superman came out, all of a sudden now people are coming out of the woodworks and saying, yeah, this guy was never a hero. He destroyed the city. And I'm like, oh, well, welcome to the freaking party, pal.
Hey!
Yeah,
That's a straight boy reference.
That is. Thank you. I like that it was light. I like that it was a sweet boy, and I'm excited to see the story of his cousin this coming year.
Oh, yeah, same. All right. Number 2 for me, Benji. This one came out of left field, but the rewatchability and the reason I just like love it, I don't know why, but it cozied its way into my heart, and it's now one of my favorites. Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery.
Duh. Yes. Okay. Okay.
Fucking loved this movie.
Yeah, you watched it 4 times in one day.
Shut up. Here's the thing. Benji's currently editing it, so hopefully in June, Jesus Christ, January, we get out the our first time reaction. First time watching it, I liked it as much, but then I threw it on again. I was like, I kind of fucking love this movie. And it was one of those where it's like, it instantly became a comfort film. It instantly became a comfort film.
Yep.
I was like, whoa, I want to spend as much time as I can with these random characters. Why? Why do I like this scenario? Why is the way it builds up so interesting to me?
I don't know.
I love it. Also might help that I'm currently right now writing my own whodunit film. So I think I just was in the right frame of mind, but I just threw it on in the background and found myself turning it on again and again.
4 times. I wonder if it's a sneaky comfort for you because with religious trauma, it deals a lot with religion and the right and kind of wrong way to do it.
Oh, I fucking love the way it tackles religion. I love the way those two characters, like Benoit Blanc, I've loved him since the first Knives Out. This is the first time I was like, holy shit, he's like a necessary character. Not that I think he was awesome in the first one, but like definitely in this one, he felt so... His existence was a complete antithesis to Father Judd, I think is his name. And the way they just would go back and forth and discuss things, I was like, oh my God, it's like my insides. It's like my brain right now.
Number 2 for me is one that we've already done a video on, so we don't have to take too long on it.
Nice.
I had a great time with this movie.
Yep.
It is rewatchable. It is cultural.
Yep.
It was funny.
Yep.
And it was one of them days.
Agreed.
Yeah. I think
solid.
I think that is what I think that means such a great drop this year. That means we agree on our number 1.
I think we both agree on our number 1.
Yeah. So if you want to hear more about our review of One of Them Days, we have that. I guess you can drop them, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to include the links to any movie that we covered this year podcast.
Yeah.
The links will be below.
More detail. Yeah, Keke Palmer is hilarious. Her dynamic with SZA is really funny. I was not expecting to like it as much as I did, but we trust Keke, and I was like, I'll go support her. Well, and it was great.
I also love One Crazy Night movies.
Yeah.
So
they usually stress me out. This one was stressful, but it was in a fun way, and it works out in the end, which is great.
I wonder what our number 1 movie is.
What is our number 1? It's something.
How do you want to do this? Do you want to talk about your true number 1?
Let's put my number 1 to the side is a quickly side note before we hit our number 1 that we agree on, which I'm assuming I've already put together.
They're like, what's happening?
Sorry, we're figuring this out as we go. My number one that's unfair to the others on this list is Wicked for Good.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do next year when there's no Wicked movie?
I guess I have to pick an actual number 1.
Oh man,
this one, I don't think it was as unfair of an advantage as last year of
I could feel it too.
Wicked Part 1.
I was kind of gonna like, Benji, is it gonna be your number 1?
Yeah, because you were like, you
haven't seen it more than 3 times.
You kept being like, when are you gonna see it? How many times have you seen it? And I was like, I still only technically seen it twice. Anyways, had a great time with it. Very emotional. Bawled through the first viewing. There are plot inconsistencies, absolutely, with the movie and with the show. And it was just, they had to, at a certain point, get a lot of the yellow brick road Ozness of it in there. Nothing that egregiously takes me out of it, personally. So, again, I just love the continuation of the story. I loved Wicked. I love singing the songs. Those 2 women are my absolute queens. And that being said, that's not a surprise to you guys. Let's move on to both of our agreed number 1.
Oh my God, this is fun.
Yeah.
I like how we were like, Yeah, we know.
I know. I was kind
We
of
know.
like, I mean, unless something changed, I'm pretty sure this has been your number one
know.
all year.
If you've known me all year, I've been singing this film's praises.
Yeah.
We've already done a podcast on it. I won't reiterate too much other than I knew I wanted to see it when it was first announced. I was lucky enough to get a group of us to go see it in IMAX. We were floored by it. Nothing has come even close in terms of topping it, both culturally, the experience wise, and the film of itself. Do I think it's all around the best film that's ever made?
Yes.
No, but you know what was also fun? We saw this movie, what we're about to say, at one of your friends' Halloween horror movie nights. And goddamn, that was one of the most fun nights. That was a blast.
Yeah, that was so
We were
fun.
all a little buzzed and drunk and cozy.
And we were all black.
and I was
It
the only not black person
yeah,
there.
I think there was one more person, but yeah.
Benji, what is the movie?
The movie is Sinners.
It's number one.
Yeah.
There's no fucking question about it.
It doesn't seem super on brand for me as a number one, I will say.
Right.
But just thinking about it, and maybe just you singing its praises all year for a year long in my head.
Look, man.
Maybe pushed it up to the top. But
man.
it really was. We watched it. It was amazing. Watching the cultural conversation
3 times.
about it. 3 times.
We saw it 3 times in IMAX,
theaters.
baby.
And just, yeah, watching the impact, the I feel like the themes and the messages of it, I really liked. And you can take them in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
It created great conversations even between me and my family. So I just think it was well done. There was comedy in there. There was drama in there.
Yep.
There was.
You know what's funny to me? Now, I like it. It is a good horror film / action film. I'd say the only thing that's like my least favorite part about it is it gets kind of Marvel-y action towards the end, but just for a quick second. But what's so fascinating is as much as I love the second half of it, when we went to your friend's house and rewatched it and I was like buzzed, I was so locked into that first half.
Well, that's what's funny is I think we said that even on the first viewing was that first half could have been the entire movie.
Yeah.
Like I would have watched the entire movie of them just doing the juke joint.
It was never a question. As soon as that movie came out and I saw it in theaters, in that moment, in one of the best scenes I've ever seen in a theater ever.
Yeah.
Experiencing that in IMAX with my best friend, with my mentor who made me fall in love with movies in the first place, my girlfriend, and a whole slew of people who just like ranged from all different types of races and
Backgrounds.
and we were just sitting there just like in awe. No movie ever came close to that.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah. The impact of that movie was undeniable, unmistakable. When I was creating my list, I was like, I feel like Sinners has to be first, but I also don't necessarily want to put it there just because I feel like it has to be. But I feel like that's where it's going to end up. And then even when it did end up on top, I was like, I'm kind of surprised based off of what my picks tend to be, but I'm also not based off of how I felt about that
That's
movie.
how good it is.
It is a fantastic movie.
It transcends everybody.
If you haven't seen it, see it. If you've seen it, see it again.
It's overwrought. So says my girlfriend's friend.
Here, we're gonna fight him. Damn. I mean,
That was so much fun, Benji.
that was 5 hours. Let's get the hell out of here.
We did the damn thing, though.
I'm
I know I'm sort of talking.
sorry that we
No, I'm
talked
not.
for so long. I know.
I'm not at all.
This is what y'all say y'all want. Some of you. And then I'm like, but like we can really talk, y'all. Like, and we're gonna see more movies next year. This could be like 6 or 7 hours.
Guys, we could be filming all year long. You're never going to hear us shut up. All right, y'all, that was a lot of fun. This is our podcast, the Pink Popcast podcast. I don't think we did that intro at the beginning, but whatever, you know what it is. We're excited to have covered this. We're excited for the new year. We are taking a little bit of a break. We're going to try to get to you Wake Up Dead Man and Heated Rivals. Rivalry.
Yeah.
Neither of those were originally on our schedule. We are kind of taking a break right before we get into Bridgerton. We're so excited. However, if you want more from us, every day this month, we're going to be releasing a new rewatch reaction to a Bridgerton episode. So that means season 1. That means season 2. That means
Queen Charlotte.
that also means season 3, just in time for us to start watching season 4 of Bridgerton. So if you want to catch yourself back up and you want to support us during this time, go on over to our Patreon, our $10 tier. You can watch all of the Bridgerton rewatches with us and our original Bridgerton watches. And I think I might be releasing Heated Rivalry some right now. I don't know.
Somewhere in there. We'll see.
It's now.
We'll see.
And that'll be in the $5 tier because we're going to release it on the main channel. So whatever. Fucking there you go. 5 hours almost. This one,
Yeah.
yeah, it's almost on 5 hours, Benji.
Yeah.
Anything you have to say?
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Sweet dreams, pop stars.
Keep watching.
All right.
The first Avatar came out, I was blown away. I thought it was an amazing movie. Then it came to DVD. And in school, if you've been to public school, at the end of the year for the last few days, the teachers like to play movies. 5 of my teachers decided to play Avatar. So for the last 3 days of school, I would go to school, I would watch the beginning of Avatar, I would watch the beginning of Avatar, I would watch the middle of Avatar, and I would watch the end of Avatar. And then I would come back and I would watch the middle of Avatar, the end of Avatar, the end of Avatar, and the beginning of Avatar. And then I would come in and I'd watch the beginning of Avatar, the end of Avatar, the end of Avatar, the end of Avatar, and I felt like I watched the Avatar 27,000 times. And I said, I am never watching this movie again. So when the second one came out, I said, I'm still never watching this movie.
Wow.
And I feel the same about the third. I don't care to keep up with those movies. Maybe one day, but that day,
Not today.
exactly.